Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 47 of Punching Up, Last Stand Media's weekly in-depth, wait, that's the wrong show, in-depth Nintendo podcast. We could do that. How about that? I'm your host as always, Brad Ellis, and joining me this week I have both my co-hosts, of course. First we're going to start with the lovely Micah Moriarty though. Micah, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Brad. That was some good improv. All right,
Yes.
You rolled with it. Okay, you kept it moving.
And
you didn't have to because this show isn't live. You didn't have to, but you did a good job regardless.
Yeah, we don't do
that.
Multiple takes on this show, even though we should, or I should.
Oh, dude, that's when I have had to in the past do like my own mailbags, for example. And you wouldn't believe how nervous I get to just sit and record in front of no one. And I'll end up doing the intro several times. And I'm emailing Dustin, like, just skip like 2 minutes in, okay? Like, the good stuff starts around there. I don't know what the hang up is, but me in the host chair, even if it's just me.
You got to get used to it. It takes a long I mean, I was super nervous when I first did it as well. I don't know. It's just something you get better at. But you still fuck up. Like, I just did that intro, but it's okay. No one cares. And also, of course, joining us, also lovely, Gene Park. How are you, Gene?
Live from Megatown.
That's right.
Washington, D.C. Some of the folks, happy inauguration. Happy first day of the Trump administration. I'm so happy. It's so cool. Everyone's going to be totally sane and normal about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's going to be overreacting over anything at all.
Never.
The great thing that some of the folks in Discord were asking me like what DC is like now, especially during the inauguration, and like Mark Zuckerberg is here, Elon Musk is here, obviously everyone knows that by now. My boss Jeff Bezos is here. Jake and Logan Paul, Theo Vaughn, Carrie Underwood, like all these people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, people were asking me what DC is like, and I actually went around town. You'll find out later in what we're playing that I actually haven't not played any video games this past week. So because I've actually been wandering around town and kind of like socializing, and I will tell you, DC is filled with big-titted blonde women with lip fillers, like all of their faces are completely fake. You know, they have Botox and lip fillers and plastic surgery. Titties all out. Their dresses are very tacky. All partnered with old men who are probably either gay or with hookers. I don't know.
Are they tan, Gene? Are these women very tan?
Yes, they're very, very tan. Of course they go to the tanning salon. So they have never been to the beach at all. I know what a beach tan looks like. That is not it. They have been cooked and microwaved in these devices. Like rotisserie titties,
Yeah, do they look like Hulk Hogan, like a hot dog or something? Like his skin tone and texture. It looks like a hot dog.
Well,
a little bit like a hot dog, like a 7-Eleven hot dog,
just on the roller.
Around. Yeah, in the roller and everything like that. That's exactly what it is,
Nice.
So that's what DC has been like. I played a little game, so we can talk about it later. But DC is crazy town, and I'm glad to. I don't know. It'll probably be permanently changed because I did say that like 2016 to 2020 was a weird time for DC too, and it was actually kind of fun, honestly.
Yeah,
a lot of fun people.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Tan Mom? That woman who was like excessively... Okay, I'm going to send a link because Colin had never heard of her. No. And I made a joke one time because I saw this really tan lady at the grocery store. And I made a joke. Just Google Tan Mom for the listeners at home. It'll come up. And she's just this really tan woman. And like, but he'd never seen her before. And when I showed him, he was like, that's a white woman? I was like, I swear, like hand to God. This is a Caucasian woman.
Yeah, she looks fucked up.
She's darker than I am, dude. Like it's just so tan.
She's running for U.S. Senate in Florida.
I don't know when this article is from, but that was just the first one that came up on Google. But
dude,
it's just like
she's running for U.S. Senate.
Oh my god,
She's
just so tan. I couldn't believe Colin never seen her.
Exactly. Well, they're not like that tan. That's severely tan. So this woman
this is outside
Patricia Krenzel.
Hold on, dude.
She is truly rotisserie.
Look at this link. Look at this one. Holy moly!
Yeah.
Dude, that's blackface at that
point.
Is
That's just so insane, dude.
That's worse than Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
It's like Rachel Dolezal. That's where she got the inspiration from.
Man.
Remember her? We haven't thought about that lady in 15 years.
Rachel Dolezal?
She was the woman.
Rachel Dolezal. She was the one that was in charge of like an African American organization.
Oh
she claimed to be black.
Yeah,
she was like OnlyFans now.
What?
She has an OnlyFans, yeah. So you want to talk about big tan titties? That's where it is too. I'm sorry to everybody who's come to the Nintendo podcast for family friendly chatter. By the way,
we're not family friendly.
Yeah, I know. We've given up on that a long time ago. But this is yet another example why.
I have to acknowledge. I mentioned this in the Discord. We had joked that like if we tried to do a show where we censored ourselves and I would get you guys the canned bread and you'd have to take a bite if you cursed, but I can't buy it here anymore. Unfortunately, they have taken it out of our supermarkets here. I guess the canned bread market was only me, and so I can't even source any right now. You can order it on Amazon, but the reviews are very bad that the cans all arrive dented. So I don't want to do that. But I just wanted to update on both you guys and the audience. I no longer am a source of canned bread. I could ask my dad to buy some and ship me a couple cans.
Okay.
But yeah, it complicates things. I legit was like, I'll go to the store. I'll send you guys each a can of bread and we could pick a day to do that. I can't get it.
I'm not gonna.
I'd be so well behaved.
I mean, we wouldn't have to eat it if you didn't swear, Gene. That's
true.
Thing.
Well, we have to like say like, hey, does it saying dick count or something like that? Do we have to keep it rated PG?
We could keep it PG, and all you put a little bite of that bread like right like next to your camera. So when you look at it, you're like, oh shit, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
That's
true.
I see
what you mean. Yeah.
But I can't even buy it, so you're safe. You're safe for now.
Yeah, thank you for that critical update, Micah, on canned bread.
Well, it matters because someone brought it up recently and they're like, are you going to buy the canned bread or what? And I was like, oh, I can't, and ordering it online is suspect. So maybe I'll reach out to Pop Watson and see if he can send me 3 cans of it and then I'll send them out to you guys.
Okay. I mean, if it happens, I'll do it. What's the town Squidward lived in where he could buy canned bread? Do you remember the name of it?
I don't. But oh my God, I just realized I'm going home in April. I'll buy it then.
Okay.
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot I'm going home in April.
That could be like around a lot of Switch 2 news, like the Direct.
We could do like a Mother's Day special. Here's the idea, right? Mother's Day special. We don't swear for the moms. All right.
My mom would appreciate that. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. That could be the angle we go at this with. I just got to remember when I go home to go to Big Y and buy some.
Okay.
Thankfully, my mom doesn't listen to any of this crap. So
my dad listens. And there are times when I'm like, but I'm going to say it anyways, right? It's like you just have, because there are times when I'm like, should I tell this joke? And it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Sorry, Mr. Watson.
Yeah.
It's the way it goes.
Before we get into news too, or any original Nintendo talk, I only recently just found out today that, did you guys hear about this Goonicide thing that's going on?
Goonicide? No.
Okay.
I don't want to know now. Goonicide.
Well, it's just too bad because I'm about to tell you. So Goonicide, hashtag Goonicide is actually a suicide by a gooner.
What?
And this gentleman, his name was Nautica. Well, first of all, I want to start off by saying, peace to his family and his wife and kid.
5 big booms to them.
Yeah,
that
5
totally
big
six. Yeah, 5 boons for. Well, no 5 boons for this guy because so he's a 27-year-old guy, and there's a place called Bikini Beans Baristas in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh yes, I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yes, and then so this is the kind of place where the girls, it's kind of like Hooters, but they're serving coffee instead of burgers or whatever, and delicious wings. I love the wings in Hooters, right?
The Hooters wings are excellent. Excellent.
Yes, they're excellent. I love them so much. I go for the wings completely,
Like, seriously, I'm telling you, if I'm going to Hooters, I'm telling you the food's good, because I certainly am not here for the atmosphere.
Yeah. But this guy pulled up to the drive-thru, and then one of the ladies who's not in bikini, she's just a regular worker, and she's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And he pulls up in a Dodge Camaro, and then she's already filming. And it turns out this guy is Winnie the Poohing it. He does not have pants on in the driver's seat. For some reason, he's wearing a seatbelt. So, shout out to him for being safety minded. But you should also not be wearing. You should be wearing pants.
Right.
And then the woman says, "Hi, can I help you?" He's like, "Yeah." He shows up like this. He's smiling already, right? And he's like, "Sir, you need to leave. This is unacceptable. And he freaks out. Oh. And then he drives off. And then apparently he pulled into an AutoZone parking lot shortly afterwards, and he just shot himself.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So that's what's being #Goonincide. And I didn't know. I just thought that I thought it was some stunt by the bikini baristas or whatever like that, or that, he didn't really kill himself, and it was just some stupid fake Twitter rumor. Where it turns out you actually go to the medical examiner's office in Tempe, Arizona, and then there's an obituary notice of him that he is gone, and his wife posted everything about that, and it's like, oh man. And then, so there's this whole debate about whether what he did was whether he should have been recorded or anything like that, and it's like, man, I don't care. It's too bad that he felt like that's how he had to go out.
Yeah, but
you don't show up to a place of business, any place of business. It doesn't matter. You don't show up to any place of business, whether even it's a brothel, without your pants.
You gotta wear pants.
No dick out.
We're a civilization. His dick was just out. It's like, well, dude, what are you doing? What did you expect to happen? Did you think that she was just going to reach over and help you finish? I'm like,
oh.
I thought, Gene, the only reason I've heard of that place, I heard of it last week because I saw the video of the lady taking a crowbar to some dude's windshield because he threw a drink at the drive-through window, and she reached through with a crowbar and smashed his windshield, and I was like, what establishment is this? And then I find out it's Hooters for coffee. And so this is the first I even heard of it.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare to work at if that's what they got going on. Jesus.
Dude, I think it's worse because of the drive-thru. Because here's the idea. You go to Hooters, right? But it's a sit-down restaurant, and
it's a family restaurant. Yeah.
You can't get too off the walls because there's dangers about, right? But at a drive-thru, you could be like, show me your tits, and drive off, right? What are they going to do? You drove away. So I feel like the harassment levels are higher because you're in a car and you can speed away. And that sucks for them, and it shouldn't be like that. But
that's what he did. He just sped away, but then he decided to just commit the sue, and then and then I don't know. But yeah, don't. Here's the thing. I am a strip club expert. I know enough about the strip club business to probably start one. You don't even do that in a strip club. You don't, even when there are naked titties right in front of you, you don't touch them, and you definitely don't pull your pants down. If you do, you're either going to get shot or get your ass beat by the bouncers, rightfully so. So yeah, I don't know why there's any debate on whether he whether he deserved it or not. It's like, dude, you were all the dominoes in that place right there.
Yeah.
To start this whole thing, you did not have to do any of that. You could have just gotten your coffee and went, take a picture, for fuck's sake,
I'm going to rescind those 5 booms. I think a boom once given can be rescinded, so I'm going to rescind those 5 booms.
Rescind all 5 booms. He did not need to do any of that, but I feel for his family who has to deal for his kid, man. Imagine if that's your dad, bro,
Oh my God. Yeah, your dad is the guy who did this.
Yeah,
and
he's like a huge meme. The thing is that he could have just sped off and went home and just been embarrassed for 2 weeks, and then people would have been over it, But now he's cemented in internet history. He is #Goonicide,
Man, yeah. This better not become a trend or something like that. I better not hear about more cases of this shit.
Oh my God.
Because people are so fucking dumb.
Yes,
they would do
considering
it.
how stupid people are these days, your concern is actually a little scary right now. Actually,
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean,
about that copycat gooner sites.
Yeah, copycat gooner.
You know, I also
Hey,
saw
like-
hashtag goon but not forgotten. Oh my god.
Man.
like, dude, to say like a back in my day, it's like back in my day, the internet challenge was like the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
And everybody was just eating cinnamon. And now it's like the internet challenge is to have no pants on, go to a coffee shop and then
What happened
unalive
to
yourself.
Mentos and Diet Coke, you know, or
Bananas
the
and
ice
Sprite.
bucket challenge or some
The
shit.
ice bucket challenge, yeah.
You know?
Exactly. You know, that was back in my day, the type of internet challenge we used to do. Then they started eating Tide Pods, and I was like, that shit got real. Okay, at least cinnamon wasn't poisoned.
Stupid. And then now it's just like, this better not become a challenge, a Goonasite challenge.
Yeah.
Like, guys, don't put your pants back up, man.
Put your pants on.
It's
don't
crazy
plank.
that we have to remind people, just please walk around with pants on, you know?
Yeah.
Please.
Don't do it in real life. You can do it in a video game, I guess. Like GTA 5 is a great example
Yeah.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
yeah,
Goonish
yeah.
side.
Or Walmart. Walmart's the Bermuda Triangle.
Don't do it at Walmart.
You go on,
Don't do it at Walmart either.
Go on People of Walmart.
No.
If that website still exists, I don't know if it does, but People of Walmart, it used to just show like the most heinous outfits. But like some of these people walking around in like swimsuits and shit, just for the sake of it, I guess. And it's like Walmart, I swear to God, I think you could walk into a Walmart with no pants on and nobody would bat an eye. They would just be like, what do you want? Like, I don't think they'd care.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that Walmart's kind of turned into like Burning Man or whatever. People just walk around in weird ass shit. Like, this is where I let my freak flag fly or something like that. It's like, this is Walmart, sir. Please stop.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
looking at this website
Walmart
now.
Still exists. Yeah, it's still here.
Yeah. This is unsettling. This lady has disgusting toenails that look like really long, like spicy Fritos or something. I hate it.
Oh my god, dude! There's a guy in a wheelchair and he has a sex doll on his lap, like dressed, and he's rolling around the store with it, like it's his wife or something.
Hey, 2025 is supposed to be the year of the AI sex doll, right?
Yeah.
The horror movies have ruined that. Okay, like there's no way you should let one of those things in your house. No way. All right.
I would be a little freaked out. I'm not.
It's gonna happen.
I may be LSM's number one gooner, but I don't think I can abide by having an AI robot woman inside my house. Real women, please. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, by the way, this is a Nintendo podcast.
This is a Nintendo podcast. Yeah. Welcome to the Nintendo podcast.
Welcome everyone. Thank you. Please check us out on patreon.com/laststandmedia if you'd like to support us. Also, if you want some merch, laststandmedia.store. We got punching up stickers over there. Stickers for our other show. Lots of good stuff. I forgot if I asked you this last time, Micah, but do we have the Smug Maddie stickers still? With the Xbox? Yeah. Those are the best.
I got some of those.
That's like the best sticker. I told Maddie I would actually put that on my Xbox because that's where we're at now with that brand.
Oh, Brad, I'll send you one. Do you have one?
Yeah, send me the Smug Maddie. I'll put it on my Xbox.
I'll send you. I'm going to write that down because I will forget in 5 minutes like a goldfish.
Send me a punching up one too. I should have one, at least one of those, our actual show. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, dog. All right. I got this notebook I keep.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Yeah, well, I always have it on my desk. It says I'm pretty much magic.
Nice.
I think my friend got me this for my birthday. It was like included in like the birthday gift she gave me. And I always keep it close by in case I need to write something down. We're doing it now.
That's good.
We're doing it.
That is good. All right. We got a couple of write-ins before we get in the news. This is from Trevor Oliver. Hey, Pickle Bricks. Ugh. What's the coziest area or level in any Nintendo game? Personally, I'd go with Goldenrod City from Gold and Silver. It's a cozy city vibe, but fuck the mill tank lurking in the underground. All right. Coziest area in a Nintendo game you want to go to? Or level?
I'm just area in a Nintendo game.
Yeah. I'm going to say, I'm going to Peach's Castle. Something about that place, magical. It has to play the music though, from N64. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it has to play.
Yeah,
that.
Not like that silence in Super Mario Odyssey. Right?
No. Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. That was like, strangely strangely like horror vibes. I don't know what they were thinking
that's
there.
So weird. New Donk City would be pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah. That is
That'd be
good.
pretty fun. You know,
Hatano Village.
We try to hit up Mayor Pauline. Oh, Hateno Village and Zelda.
Yeah.
Kakariko Village, I think.
Kakariko too. Yeah. Which Kakariko though, Gene? Do you like the Breath of the Wild versions or the older ones?
The older ones for sure. You know, I love the music, the chickens. You know, the windmills, the wells. You know, I know the house and layout all that well. You know, that cool fields down south.
Yeah.
Very cozy.
How about Outset Island from Wind Waker? It's the island you start on.
Yeah, even though it was only like 4 houses, but still. You know?
Or Windfall Island, very jolly as well.
Outside Island is great, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Micah, what about you? Anything you can think of?
The first thing that came to mind, not Nintendo exclusive, but in Octopath Traveler, my absolute favorite section of the game was the snowy area, which is Flames Grace, where Ophelia lives. And I just love the lighting. First of all, I love any snow levels in any games. It's part of why I love I Am Setsuna so much, because it's just the snowy landscape. But Flames Grace is just so pretty and warm and cozy, and she she lives in the church, and like the lighting and everything. That was the very first thing that came to mind. I just had to Google. I was like, what's the name of where she lives? I haven't played it in years.
This looks great.
But, like, it's just so, it just looks so wonderful. And I would love to spend a day there. My parents have a fireplace that they use when it's actually like really cold. And I just miss that so much, the crackling, you know, of the wood and everything. And so this whole town just looks like that. So that would be mine.
That's good. That is a good one. Cool. All right. Thank you, Trevor. All right. This is from Sean Mason. Hey, puncher uppers. Now that we've had about a week to marinate on Donkey Kong's fresh new look, what are your thoughts on this updated style? Frankly, I don't like Nintendo doubling down on the movie look for him. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Best, Sean M. Now, I have a meme that someone made that's really good. I'm going to find it right here. I'm going to say right off the bat, though, I'm into it. I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine with Donkey Kong kind of reverting back to an old style.
Yeah, he looks like the old version. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because the rare version, the Donkey Kong Country version, has been like that design has been dominating.
Yeah.
Decades now, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm down with a refresh, you know?
Yeah, I forgot the artist who did it, like a lot of the old stuff, but in the old like Mario Kart artwork, you can see he kind of looks, this is what like, the newer Donkey Kong kind of looks like, a lot of that concept art. Everyone in the new Mario Kart kind of looks a little more cartoony and round, I should say, or something. And I like the way they look a lot. It does remind me a lot of the old Nintendo artwork, so I'm super into it. Don't get me wrong, though. I love the rare Donkey Kong, and he will live on in some way.
No complaints. Yeah. It's just been a long time, you know? So.
Yeah. And it's just for Mario Kart. He may look different in other games. We have no idea. Like at the amusement park, it's the rare design still for Donkey Kong. So they're still using them.
But I mean, you know, even Super Mario Wonder had a great Mario redesign. It's
exactly.
Still classic, but you know, just refined and rounder. You know, very cute.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here, Kevin Bayless. So this is the guy that designed Donkey Kong for Rare back in the day. He tweeted out something, and he said, "You could take the Kong out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the Kong." Parentheses. I love it. This is really funny. Everything changes. Change is good. So he's totally cool with Donkey Kong's new style. And like, I don't know. He's dominated with, like you said, G, with Donkey Kong for so long. Yeah. Let Donkey Kong change a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, look at how many iterations of Link we have.
Exactly.
They're all different.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Nintendo likes to tweak things every now and then, so that's just their thing. All right. Micah, what do you think about Donkey Kong's new look, though?
I think it's quite cute because round is the word for it, in that, you know, the still image that somebody posted here of the Mario Kart trailer. And I just love that he's like crammed into the little cart and his arms are like all the way up. And like, yeah, round was the first thing that came to mind for me. I do just think it's very cute. I haven't seen the movie, though, so I don't have that connection to it. I was just like, yeah, he's just very cute. But I haven't seen the Mario movie.
Yeah, what? You haven't seen the movie? We're gonna give you. I'm giving you homework. I'm giving you. No. I know it's. Micah. I hate Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. I hate it. I was so mad when I found out he's
so
going to be Donkey Kong.
I'm just not gonna do it, right?
But you gotta watch it. You're on the show.
You should watch it, Micah.
You could do an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's like 70 minutes. Like,
yeah,
it's so short.
It's for children. If children can sit through it, you can do it.
This is the point, though. Like, I specifically don't have kids because I don't want to do this shit, right? Like, I haven't seen Frozen. I haven't had to subject myself to any of this stuff because I don't have any children. That's the whole point.
You
this is
should
the best
watch
part of being
the number one
child-free.
video game movie of all time that was made by Nintendo. The number one box office. I can't believe it's still the number one box office movie of all time.
If you don't do it, I'm going to tell the audience to bug you about it.
They already did. You weren't here, right? When the movie came out and Dustin was the host and everyone was like, you gotta watch it. And I was I don't.
Everybody, time to bug Micah once again. Second wave. Micah, just watch the movie.
I haven't watched a movie in like 2 years.
What?
Well, that's probably not true. I haven't watched a movie probably since Colin watched one for Knockback. When did that show end?
A while ago. Get on that shit.
We're just not movie people.
What are you?
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. Stop watching like bum fights or some shit that Colin probably watches for a second.
Oh my God, dude. He's watching a 6-hour like history video about the Titanic. He's playing last night. He's playing Mafia, and he's telling me all about the Titanic while he's playing it. And I was like, "This is a way to live." All right.
Look, I don't watch a lot of movies too. I actually got asked at work today if I wanted to contribute to a video about like my Oscar predictions, right? And then so I looked at all the movies that are in the running for the Oscar race, and I was like, I haven't seen a single one of these movies, and I don't even know what these movies are about. I was like, I could talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 because I saw that shit.
Yeah. Me too.
And they're like they don't want it. I'm like, but actually it'd be fun if I talked about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, as the best movie contender. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's out on digital right now, apparently. So
that's true.
I'll watch it.
That is true. All right, this is from Tomash. Hello, Nintendo crew. Wave emoji. I didn't listen to many episodes of the show, as since December 1998, I've been a PlayStation-only gamer. But I think this might be an interesting perspective on the Switch 2, which I'm 100% will buy. All I needed to make my decision was the confirmation about backwards compatibility with physical copies of games, as the Switch 2 is the ultimate Nintendo console. The first Switch was a porting/remaster/remake machine since day one, and Big N has moved all the meaningful first-party games from the GameCube, Wii/Wii U, and the DS into it. Not true, dude. So, by buying the Switch 2, you get the best of Nintendo's portfolio from the past few decades.
Come on, man. I wish that was true. I wish.
Not true.
DS especially, yeah. But yeah.
For me, the machine will be a Nintendo IP machine, and the PS5 will remain for everything else, especially since the Portal removed the preferred for Switch argument for i.e. side-scrollers. While my master plan is to buy 2 used Switch Lite consoles for my kids, 7-year-old and 5-year-old, and the Switch 2 on Christmas 2025. Hope this was an interesting comment for the show. All the best from Poland. All right, so we got someone who's been out of the loop of Nintendo for a very long time, deciding to come back. And it's good to hear. Good to have you back. Maybe one day we'll get Colin back. I highly doubt it, though, because there's no trophies right now.
He's outgrown Nintendo.
Yeah, he's outgrown Nintendo. He's outgrown
graduated.
fun. Yeah, he's outgrown fun games.
From Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah. Just some of the best games still being made. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, he would love Triangle Strategy. It chaps my khakis so bad that it's like, you would love this game. But I'm also like, Square Enix put it on PlayStation. Like, come on, man. Just put it on PlayStation, please. Like, I want him to play it.
It's on PC, but not PlayStation, which is weird.
Yeah, well, welcome. That's pretty much the MO for most people these days, is that the PS, if you're a console only player, then it's a PS5. If you play PC, then of course it's a PC. But whether you have a PC or a PS5 or both, you have a Switch on the side, because that's the only, they're not playing Mario on PC, they're not putting Mario Kart on PC. So, and it's still a unique offering compared to the PS5 or the Xbox Everywhere system, And yeah, the back compat is huge. It's a good deal. It's going to be a good deal, even if it probably won't be $500, but I think everyone's guessing $399. But that's an amazing deal, and you have probably, I would argue, the best library of games outside of like the PS5 with the PS4 and the PS2 with the PS1, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
awesome
it's
library.
It's great. I love the Switch as much as I'm ready for the next one right now. Man, that was a damn good 7-8 year run.
Yeah, a lot of great games on there. Definitely. Well, anyways, yeah, welcome Nintendo. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll learn to hate
that. Must be
learn to hate it.
That must be so exciting to like catch up to a console, because I did that with the Xbox One. When I bought the Xbox One X at the very, very end of the generation, like I bought it like 2018. And I was like, wow, I have an Xbox One now. I can play all the Xbox games that I always heard about, and I just couldn't play.
Yeah.
What am I gonna say?
She said both of them.
You got Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah, Rise, Son of Rome, and Sunset Overdrive. Amazing,
Sunset Overdrive was the first game I bought as well.
Yeah, hell yes. It was Sunset Overdrive. I was really, really excited to play Sunset Overdrive, really Dead Rising 3, because that was Xbox exclusive for some reason. Crackdown 3, which I still maintain is an awesome game. Halo 5, of course, which fucking sucks. I hate Halo 5.
Yeah, me too.
But then Gears 4 was awesome. I really enjoyed Gears 4. What else was on Xbox? I don't know. I'm forgetting.
That's it.
That's kind of it, though, right? A little bit. I'm definitely forgetting a couple of Xbox games, but it was really, really exciting to catch up on Xbox.
Yeah.
Like even for a generation. For you who are just catching up on generations of Nintendo, this is gonna be mind blowing, man. Super Mario Odyssey is gonna be like you being a Victorian person, like showing up in New Donk City.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be like Marty McFly coming in through with the DeLorean from the future, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. I mean, Super Mario Odyssey itself. If you haven't played a Mario game since 1998, like Super Mario Odyssey itself is going to be mind-blowing.
So fun, so good,
and it's a 2017 game. It's still great.
The funniest thing though is getting into a Nintendo console late does not mean that the games are cheaper.
Right? No,
the games are still going to be.
In fact, they might be more. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like I bought Rise of Son of Rome for $2.
Dude, exactly. Like in my like Xbox 360 days, for example, and it was like you go to GameStop and they'd have a buy two get one free sale on used games, and it's like you could load up your cart for $20 and walk out of there with 360 games. And it was never the case for any Nintendo system. Like even like I said a couple weeks ago, I've been kind of adding to my 3DS collection, but like my limit is I won't pay more than $60 for one of these games because I just
that's good.
So some of them I've been able to get for like $25, which is excellent. Some of them I'm looking at that are like $40, and I'm like, well, but it's like these are games that are old, and not even necessarily very rare. Like they're not really valuable. Yeah. I'm not talking about trying to get like Code of Princess. Like that's a $100 3DS game, easy. But some of these games are just flat out. Yeah, and some of these games are just flat out expensive just for the fuck of it, because they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sunset Overdrive I bought for $5, and I have no doubt that a large part of my appreciation for Crackdown 3 was the fact that I bought it for like $15-20 or something too.
Yeah, 100%.
Like new and also like removed of like any hype that Microsoft was trying to build up back then.
Yeah,
I just played a good Crackdown game. So
Cloud Destruction or whatever they're selling.
I did see those videos after the fact, and I was like, oh, now I completely understand why people were upset, because that shit looks cool and it just didn't happen. It still hasn't happened,
No.
Something that cool still hasn't happened,
Yeah.
What are we doing as a games industry? Like it really does feel like we're kind of going backwards.
Making live service games.
Game design. Oh, dude, yeah. Canceling Horizon multiplayer projects or whatever.
No, those are still going. That'd be...
No, did you see that one of them got canceled today?
Wait, I didn't see this. No, a Horizon one did?
Yeah, so there's two. So there's two Horizon multiplayer projects, which is so stupid. Like they really think that they're Call of Duty, and they can be like Call of Duty Mobile and Call of Duty Warzone. It's like Horizon this and Horizon that. And it's like, no, dude. But they canceled the Horizon NCSoft MMO or whatever.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But the Horizon multiplayer game that's being built in conjunction with Guerrilla is apparently still going on.
Interesting.
And that could, and I'm making fun of Horizon now, but like that could still work. Horizon is a pretty good premise.
Monster Hunter,
we make fun of
Horizon.
Yeah, exactly. Cool world to run around in, and it would be nice to not be Aloy for a bit.
Yeah. Gotta pick this up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta go over there.
Should have brought a cart.
Yeah, should have brought a cart. Shut up, Aloy. You talk too much. It's still so funny to me they patched that so she talks less.
There was I don't remember which one it was. There's something wrong with her hair in one of the games where her hair would not stop moving. Like you'd be standing in a cave and it's just like blowing in the wind constantly, and it's like stop,
stop it.
I think that also got fixed.
Yeah, I'm sure that did.
That's so funny. I mean, the hair tech in Horizon games are great, but
Horizon games look really good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into some of the news. We're coming off the cooldown of Switch 2 announced last week, but Silksong, everyone's been talking about this game for, I don't know, this game got announced 2019 or something like that. I remember my old coworker Ben Moore played it at E3 actually.
Wow.
It's still not out. But
that's crazy.
With Switch 2, people, of course, are getting a little crazy about it. Of course, the Silksong fan base is being crazy. They're like Half-Life 3, pretty much that level of getting obsessed with it. And Matthew Griffin from Team Cherry, who does all the marketing, I believe, and stuff, someone asked him about it, and he goes, yes, the game is real, progressing, and will release less than 3. So all you people who are thinking Silksong got canceled, because I did see people saying that, game is still coming. They're still working on it. So hopefully it'll be soon, because this game just needs to come out already. Yeah. But when they talk about it again, it better come out now or in a week or 2 or a month. So
I know that they're a small team, but it really does feel like something like they didn't I feel like the fans deserve more than this. This is kind of terrible. And I don't like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was the game that made me realize that I don't think I like Metroidvanias anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this is a good game. I'm not having fun playing it. So
yeah, that's totally fair. And we know Micah's not going to even touch out of the 10-foot pole with the spaghetti map.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm with Micah on that one. But I feel for people who love Hollow Knight and have been waiting for this forever. This sucks. Yeah. I have a deep. I'm not making fun of y'all. I have a deep empathy for y'all. This sucks. Yeah. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I like Hollow Knight, but Gene, what I've done is I just forget it exists. That's what I do, usually in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
When it comes, it'll come. There's a million other games, I guess, so for me to think about, so it doesn't really matter.
For sure.
But when it's out, I'll be there. No question. All right, guys. Next little topic. Possibly the end of Joycon drift on Switch 2. I'm getting this from Video Games Chronicle. According to leaker Next Handheld, who is right about past Switch 2 leaks, the Switch 2 will use Hall effect sticks, which use magnets and electrical conductors to measure the position of the stick, unlike the Switch 1, which uses a physical connection, which can cause drift after use. So with no more physical connections, this may eliminate drift altogether. Now, this would be a very good thing. Joy-Con drift is well known with Nintendo. It got so bad Nintendo was having to fix them for free. It's still a constant issue, even with all these Joy-Cons years later. So hopefully, now that it's this new type of stick, like the Hall stick effects, which use magnets, things will be better, because I do get paranoid about using my Joy-Cons. So I'm like, oh man, I've had drift. I've had drift in my Joy-Cons. I've had drift in a Pro controller. It's been bad. So I do get nervous. And these things aren't cheap. Like a pair of Joy-Cons, I think it was $70 or $80.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
They're pretty expensive.
So hopefully Nintendo solves this. Does this sound like good news to you, Gene?
That is great news for everybody, but I have literally never experienced Joy-Con drift.
Really,
once.
dude? Oh man, you're lucky.
Not once at all. I'm not I don't think anyone's gaslighting me. I absolutely believe that the problem exists. It's happening to way too many people.
Mm-hmm.
But it did not happen to me at all. I actually get stick drift with the PlayStation and Xbox.
I've had that too. Yeah.
But for some reason, the Joy-Cons have my OG Joy-Cons. I'm still using those from the one from 2017. They still work totally fine. There's no drifting. There's no
Yeah.
There's no movement or anything like that. They're solid. It's weird.
That's good. Yeah, and you play handheld quite a bit too.
I play handheld a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
like a ton. And I don't really use like the Hori pads that much. Sometimes I just straight like it's just cool to just use Joy-Cons and
yeah,
and they've held strong the whole time. It's crazy.
Yeah, Maiko, have you had Joy-Con drift?
Oh, absolutely. I had to send away a pair of controllers last year, which I was delighted to find out Nintendo was still repairing them for free, because I wasn't sure that was still happening, right? These were my Splatoon 2 Joy-Cons, the like watermelon green and pink set. And they finally got drift, and I replaced it with the pastel pink and yellow set, but Nintendo did repair them for free. And I actually told my sister-in-law about it because her daughter's, I think it's the Animal Crossing edition Switch, started having the drift, and I was like, they just fixed mine for free. They're still doing it. So nice of them to continue to do so, but you are without your controllers for about 2 weeks minimum while that you send them away, get them fixed, get them back. So yeah, a real solution that will just prevent this in the first place would be extremely welcome, because I'm very careful with my consoles. And it's just one of those things that, I'm not throwing this thing down the stairs. I'm not a kid who's like mashing the sticks heavily, right? Like I'm careful with my consoles, and it still happens. So, and my original Joy-Cons, like the original gray set I had, also had the drift. Those got sent away much earlier in its life. So I definitely experienced this.
Yeah, good. Well, hopefully we won't have to deal with this anymore, because it is frustrating. When you said the Animal Crossing one, man, that's such a bummer, because that's such a nice looking Switch. And the Joy-Con colors, I really like that. And I'm so mad that I'm going to have to buy more Switch 2s, because I know it's going to happen. They're going to fucking get me. They're going to do a Zelda one or something.
It was last year when they came out with that red Switch, the Mario one that had like the little coin designs on it.
Yeah.
They almost got me with that one, but I was like, oh no, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah. A Mario one almost got you. You don't even play Mario.
I just liked it. It looked
okay.
fun.
Okay.
I don't hate Mario himself. I
know.
I like his parties. I like his golf,
Yeah.
But I like the man and what he stands for. I like that they shoehorn him into Zelda games as like a different guy. That's always funny.
That's true.
I think that's neat.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing we got here, MySims. I never played any of these games. I know people of course, love The Sims, and there was the spinoff of MySims. I believe some of them were on Wii, but they've been going for a while. But over on the MySims Reddit, user Oi Diego reported that 2 new MySims bundle titled MySims Action Bundle and MySims Beacon Bay were listed on the EA app before they were quickly taken down. Oi Diego also pointed out that neither page had pictures or game information aside from being rated PEGI 7 with the placeholder date of 2099. This, of course, could all be nothing, but The Sims 25th anniversary is February 4th, which is coming up soon, so we may find out more about that soon. This is interesting. I didn't know a lot of people really like these games. I was kind of investigating it, and a lot of people were pretty excited about this. Of course, there was a video posted, I believe, as well. The guy on Reddit, Oi Diego, posted a video showing it. So I'm going to assume it's going to happen, but Maika, do you know anything about MySims?
I was never drawn to it because it's not the classic Sims I was used to, right? It just doesn't feel the same. I mean, first and foremost, you have like these like the cute little characters instead. Like, it's adorable, but I wasn't drawn to it because it's just not the same as, my guy starting a fire in the kitchen and freaking out, right? Like, it's just not the Sims I grew up with. It's not that.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I think it looked like just like a more accessible kind of version of The Sims. The Sims, I haven't spent a ton of time with, but it always seems like there's so much you can do and it's very complex, I guess. Also, there's like a million expansion packs for The Sims. Holy moly, they must be rolling in cash right now at The Sims. I know. But Gene, have you ever had experience with any of these games, also the MySims ones by any chance?
Nope, I haven't played Sims since college.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s. So this does not interest me whatsoever. Well, I do get annoyed when people say, "Oh, I play video games. I played Sims back in 2005, 2006. I'm a gamer." I'm like,
"You're a fake gamer."
I'm
You're
like,
not a real
I
gamer.
don't say that. I'm just saying, okay. I'm just trying to be polite, you know.
Yeah.
But like that's all I get in DC because people don't play video games in DC. I mean,
Right.
obviously, shout out to everyone who does live in DC and does, but you know, in the K Street class of people, you know, of lawyers and lobbyists and journalists or whatever like that, their main contact with video games is, I played Sims. I played Sims back in you know, I was really really addicted to Sims though, man. Like for like a year. Wow, man, like Sims, you know.
Yeah, I played like 2 hours a day. I was addicted, man. It's like, yeah, dude, totally.
Their Sims clock is like 40 hours total. It's like Manny's Xbox time.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel sorry for people giving Matty shit for his really low Xbox time, because
he plays a lot of stuff on PC as well.
It's all PC, yeah, and Xbox is the one that's saying this is an Xbox. So he's like, yeah, he's playing Xbox games elsewhere. You know, that's why that's why like the like you know, the me catching up on Xbox One is like the last time that'll ever happen. You know, because I will never need to catch up on any Xbox games anymore because as long as I have a PC, I'm always going to be playing Xbox games.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rub, you know?
Yeah, totally. They need to get Rare Replay and other stuff, though. That's still one of the only games stuck on Xbox. And that's some good stuff on Rare Replay.
Viva Pinata for Micah.
Viva Pinata. Yeah, Micah's going to kill herself if we don't get a new one, so let's get that going.
I had all my games in a box in my office. Long story short, I don't know. I moved here in 2021 and just finally was like, I should get the games out of this box here.
Yeah.
And I came across my 360 copy of Viva Pinata and also Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. And I was just putting them on the shelf like so gingerly, like someday. You know, maybe some. I should just replay them though. Yeah. Honestly, those should be backwards compatible. I assume.
Yeah,
they'd be fools if they weren't. They'd be fools if they weren't backwards compatible. Like Eternal Sonata, Phil. Help me out here.
Phil, the classic Eternal Sonata.
You can't play it anywhere. Like, I have a 360 copy. You have to have an actual 360 to play it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not available on the store. You can't do anything with this disc unless you got a 360. I don't have one.
Did they not port that to anything? Like, not even like PS4?
So. When last year I wanted to play it, and at the time it was like the only way to play this was if I actually got a 360 with the copy I had. So I was like, I guess that's it.
I guess, it's still only PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah, and then I don't own it for PS3, and then I'd have to track down a copy. That's a lot. There's too many moving parts to play a game that I don't know if I'm going to like it.
I remember looking at this game and like, I don't like the way anyone looks in this game.
No, they look awful, but I just wanted to try it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But actually, I was talking to Maddie today because he's helping me figure out, you guys know, I'm dumb. So he's helping me figure out how Xbox Remote Play works so I can play Xbox games without the TV.
Right.
And he's helping me out with that. The plan as of right now is I'm going to sell my 1S and my second Series X, and I'm going to get this Logitech Cloud thing Maddie told me about, and then I'm going to play my games on that.
Like Maddie does. Just get a Steam Deck.
Does that also allow Xbox Remote Play?
I think so.
But this is $300. How much is a Steam Deck?
I think the cheapest Steam Deck's $400. Let me see.
See, now we're climbing.
Is it going to break the bank for you, Micah?
Well, I just, I tried it
for the cheapest one.
I could maybe cover the cost of this Logitech Cloud thing by selling these two consoles. I could probably cover that cost. I don't think I can get $400 though.
Well, you could play games natively on there as well. All the Steam library games, so you won't have to worry about cloud streaming.
Digital games are bad.
Colin and his 5 Steam games, you know.
Yeah. No, that's like this is so I can play. I have a whole bunch of physical Xbox games that I don't play. So this is how I can actually play those discs and use them. I don't want to buy them again on Steam. I already bought these games for $60 because I'm an idiot. So I don't want to buy them again.
True. All right. I can't wait for the day Micah just gets a Steam Deck and just says like, oh, you guys are so right. I can't believe it took me this long to realize that Steam Deck's the best. It's going to happen, Micah.
The day they get rid of physical games, and it's my only choice.
It's coming.
As long as I just ordered Kingdom. This is actually why I ordered Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for Xbox because they ain't putting that on Switch. not anytime soon. So I was like, I gotta play this, but how? How? So I'm gonna buy this thing Maddie told me about.
Why don't you play it on your guys' Pro? Your
I
PS5
don't like
Pro?
PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're gonna get a better version on the Pro, but so be it.
The Xbox Series X is fine. Like what? First
Enjoy
of
that
all,
30 FPS, Andy, right there.
Oh my god! First of all, PlayStation controller booty cheeks.
Booty
Hated it. It's too heavy. The sticks are in the wrong place. It's no good. It's no good. I don't like the sounds that come out of the controller. I hate that. You always got to turn that off. It's hassle.
Yeah, you can turn it off.
Xbox doesn't do this to me. Xbox doesn't do this. And then I don't have to fuck with the portal and plugging it into the. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to deal with any of it. So,
okay.
This is a solution.
It is crazy that the Steam Deck is like the perfect Mica device, and she doesn't want it. You know,
I know, it's so frustrating.
It's very frustrating that like everything she could ever want in a video game system is in the Steam Deck, and they won't get it. They won't get it. You know,
she's just like, well, I don't know it, so I don't like it. That's the Mica way.
I don't like digital games, Bradley.
And you're buying stuff for Xbox?
Yeah, buy the physical games for Xbox as long as they have them.
Be able to sell them in the future for like $2. No one's going to care.
No, yeah, the Xbox One S is worth like $50 to trade in at GameStop. Yeah. It's like comical.
You're not going to You're not going to be able to use that probably on your next Xbox console. It'll probably be all digital anyways.
Oh, dude, I'm done buying Xboxes. Okay. Probably. Like, this is just going to be.
This is it.
This is the way to use what I got, right?
The last Xbox disc. Yeah, I've completely given up on Xbox buying Xbox discs. Like fuck y'all. If you don't want to buy a big disc, then fuck it, you know. But I will say that the Steam Deck has helped me, you know, because I love physical games too, just like you, Micah. You know, obviously I have a huge, vast Switch collection there too. But having a Steam Deck has made me a lot more comfortable with having a digital library, especially since I've had a Steam account for like 20 years. And like the games that I had 20 years ago still work on the Steam Deck, which is incredible. But also it's a portable device. So like it's like, you know, it's cool. This is my game device and has all my games in it. You know, the physical media is the device itself. That's right. How I kind of like, you know, cope with it, you know, basically.
Yeah. One day we'll get her on it. I feel like every episode me and Gene are just yelling at her to get a Steam Deck.
If it does Xbox Remote Play, and you have to tell me, because it's not Cloud Play. It has to be the remote play so I can use the discs I have. This is what's important, is that I want to use the games I already have.
And I don't know. I have no idea.
It should be able to. The Steam Deck can do anything. It's a PC. So, you know.
That's not an answer, Gene.
It can do it. It can do it.
That's an answer.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
Everyone let Micah know.
Help her out. Buy it.
Help her out. Yeah, you can get an OLED version too of Steam Deck.
No, that's more money. That's no, we're not.
That is more expensive.
That's more money.
She doesn't care. Options. So, yeah, the LCD would be fine, I think. You know,
yeah, she's playing Kingdom Come on Switch for God's sake, so she definitely doesn't give a shit. Yeah, without her glasses.
Last night I had a headache, so I took my glasses off, and I could see good enough up close. All right, but I was just like, it's fine. You know, it kind of adds to the ambiance. This is what if I was a peasant in the 1400s, I wouldn't have glasses.
That's true.
So it's just giving me a more true to life experience.
That's true. All right, guys, let's move on to Japan's best-selling physical games of 2024. I always like these lists. I like to see what's selling, what's popular, all that good stuff. This is via Famitsu. Number 1, I was kind of surprised about this. Super Mario Party Jamboree on Switch. 954,261 copies. Pretty good. I thought the next game would be number 1, but it's still Mario Party, man. I've heard good things about this new one, so that's good to hear.
It's fun. Wow, yeah, and that's recent too. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Then we also have number 2, which was Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake on Switch for 930,505. This was also on PS5. It's like somewhere near 2 million, I think, altogether for both versions. So, of course, the Switch version is going to do the best in Japan, though. No question. Then we had Mario Kart 8, 536,019, just continuing to destroy everybody. Mario Kart, this game is ancient. So Mario Kart 9 on Switch 2 is going to be insane. It's going to have like a 1-to-1 attach rate. Everyone's going to buy that game. Then we have Momotaru Densetsu World Chiki, I don't know how to read this. Kibu D? I don't even know what the hell that is.
Let me try. Momotaro Densetsu World Chikyu wa Kibo de Mawataru.
Mataru. Okay, yeah. What is this? I've never even heard of this.
I don't know what it is, but it looks fucking cool to me.
Wait, what does it look like?
I don't know. I have no idea what this is. No idea. I'm looking at it. It's like a visual novel, life sim, RPG, board game. But it looks cute as shit. And if that many Japanese people are buying it, then I'm now interested in this.
Yeah. So I mean, 411,000.
What the hell they're talking about, but
400,011, pretty good for a game we've never even heard of.
Yeah, no kidding. I've never even heard the IP. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Then we had Animal Crossing: New Horizons, still doing gangbusters, 377,000. Then we had Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, 372,000. So happy to see that. Minecraft on Switch, 368,000.
That's crazy.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the only PS5 only game on here. 358,000. Then Powerful Pro Baseball 2024-2025, 341,000. Good stuff. This is on physical only too, by the way. These are just the physical sales in Japan. And physical is still popular in Japan, much more than here. So good to see some good games on there. I'm happy to see at least Rebirth on there in some way. Because everything with that game is doom and gloom sales-wise, so it's nice to see it, at least on the list. But beating Powerful Pro Baseball. Shout out Rebirth, doing your thing. All right. Now we're going to talk about what we're playing. Micah, let's start with you. You're playing Kingdom Come still. Anything else?
Yeah, no, just Kingdom Come Deliverance. And I'm having much more fun with it than last time. Last time I was saying I wasn't sure if I was enjoying it. It's awesome. The thing is, and this is what I want to comment on, it feels very weird in the early stages of the game. They give you a quest with very little direction. And initially I said, oh no, I don't really want to play if it's going to be the whole game is like this, very few clues as to what you're doing. There's a quest that literally is just escape.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to find your way out of this town with no other hint. Now, the value in that is that it taught you to go talk to all the NPCs. I realized that later. They're trying to train you to go talk to everyone and gather hints and gather information. But the difference is the quests later on are not so self-directed like that. There are some that let me back up. The quests will be less self-directed. There is still much value in talking to all the NPCs that you can. There's still a lot of value to gathering as much information as you can. But it's just not that same level of just being told escape with no other info. And it's an interesting choice that I feel may have filtered out a lot of people who said, oh, I'm not into this. I'm not into this idea of having to figure out everything myself. Because later on in the game, they don't really do that. Later on, you are told, way more clear directions on your objective and everything. And it was just an interesting choice to me that they would do that within the first couple hours of the game, potentially lose a bunch of people, and then not really do it again. As an example, there's a quest later on where this town has been hit by a mystery illness. And at some point, they're investigate the illness. Mm-hmm. And they give you a radius on the map of the town. And that's really obvious to go talk to everybody. And then later on, if you are able to find the remedy and it just tells you heal the town. And again, you just walk around and talk to everybody. It's a little self-guided, but far more obvious what you are supposed to be doing versus that early mission that just said, escape this town. Mm-hmm. So I just find that an interesting choice that they did that early in the game, potentially losing a bunch of players who, like me, might have said, oh, this is a little too in-depth, right? But it really is not. And you get to the later stages and the quests are quite clear with what to do. The quests are still difficult. There are things that you can't just undo it, Mm-hmm. But I'm having a ton of fun. I mentioned on Twitter, for example, I had to win this horse race. And I flat out could not win the race. I was just like, I can't do this, help. And I went online and somebody suggested like just kill all the other racers. And I wasn't high enough skill to do that, but I was able to kill all their horses.
Oh.
And then literally the race is canceled and you win.
That's awesome.
And so the game, the best thing about it, and that I didn't expect, was that the game actually had dialogue options not related directly. Like the guy wasn't like, you murdered all those horses, but he was like, oh, I guess nobody else wants to race. You know, you win. And I just couldn't believe that it worked.
Yeah.
I was not expecting the game to be so dynamic that I really could do whatever I wanted. Like that thought never occurred to me to eliminate the other participants, because what game lets you do that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, and so the freedom, should you choose to use it, is quite exhilarating. And it has just been a ton of fun. I think I'm like 24 hours in by now. I have started doing more of the side missions. Like once you get a little more powerful with the combat, it's a ton of fun. So originally I was kind of like just doing the main quests. It's also too, this is another kind of, I don't want to use the word flaw, but not the best way to do it. The side missions they originally give you are pretty tough, to the point that you're like, well, this doesn't help me level up at all. Like a lot of the side missions are for theft and like for stealth, and you have to pay to level up your stealth. And it's like, I don't have any money. It's this kind of vicious cycle of I can't do these side quests, so I can't level up, and I still don't have any money. And later on, the side quests get easier because some of them are just combat related. One of them's to go catch a bunch of birds in the woods. Like, and it's kind of like, why'd you start me out with all these stealth quests as like the only thing I could do? And it's kind of like what I mentioned about Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns, that the initial like side jobs they give you, you literally can't complete. And it's kind of like, well, who thought of this? And it's the same thing here of like these original side missions aren't very helpful at all. And you just kind of, you know, put them aside. You're like, well, whatever, I guess I won't do them. And then down the road, the side missions open up with a lot more variety. And then they're also just much more playable to me. So I'm having a ton of fun with the game.
Good.
I literally, like, I will play my Switch Lite until the battery dies, and then I'll tell Colin I need a fresh horse, and I'll switch to my other Switch. I'll start playing on that one. And then when that one's battery dies, I know it's time to go to bed because that's too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic. I heavily debated, like, well, obviously I want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 now. How am I going to play it? I don't want to wait 4 years for a Switch 2 port, if they even do one. So I did go ahead and order that for Xbox. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you enjoying this. This is definitely seems like something out of your wheelhouse. So Micah, you were growing. You said freedom. And I was like, oh, Micah's learning to deal with freedom. This is good.
It's the difficulty is what initially put me off. Obviously, I love RPGs. I'm a huge fan of Witcher 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. And so I love medieval settings. I love RPGs. Like I really loved Kingdoms of Amalur Awakening. I played that a couple years ago. You know, I played like the remastered. Yeah, I played the new one, the remastered version. And that was my first introduction to it. I love these games. And I really think it's cool that Kingdom Come Deliverance kind of eschews the fantasy elements, and it's just grounded medieval life basically. But it was at first the combat difficulty. I literally just said, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't know, like the archery I'm still trash at. There's no like reticle to help you aim with archery, right? And that's still just like incredibly difficult. But when it comes to the sword fighting, I finally got a handle on like the rhythm of blocking and everything. And now I can do that, right? I used to not be able to kill one guy. Now I can kill like 4 guys, right? So I am getting better at it at certain elements. I just have to play it my way. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what they encourage you to do. You can, if you're not good at the sword fighting, you can try using an axe, or you can try using a mace instead. You can try to just be stealthy. You can level up your stealth a lot and try to assassinate people instead. So it does give you a lot of choice if you feel like it's too difficult. You just need to sort of save up money and lean into what you want to train with, basically. Like I'm spending all my money on training in sword fighting now, and like training in defense. And and it's probably too late for me to like try and switch up weapons, but I don't want to now. I'm really good with the short sword. But it was intimidating at first, but now that I'm into it, I'm like, okay, I can handle this because it does give you the freedom to choose like your preferred way to play.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Mike, I'm really happy to hear you enjoying it. You're excited for 2, so Lockmort's probably very pleased.
Yeah, I just gotta, I'm just, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna play it on that sweet Xbox once it gets here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You'll find the way, yeah. Cool. Gene, you said you've been very busy, so you haven't played much, but have you touched anything, been able to play anything?
I have touched a thing. Well, I still can't talk about the thing that I have been playing.
Okay.
Because it's not coming out. The embargo doesn't live till the day after. But I did play a little bit of Dynasty Warrior Origins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, picked it up on PC, and I've been playing that on the Steam Deck. And I played it for like maybe an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
I can confirm that it feels pretty damn good.
Nice.
This is a great game for anyone who enjoy Age of Calamity. There's a lot of variety of enemies already in just the first like 3-4 battles that I've already engaged in. There's a really, really cool parry system that feels really, really good, and that keeps the fights really, really engaging and bombastic, and really diversifies the moveset, because Dynasty Warriors, if you don't know, it's a 1 versus 1,000 beat 'em up game that takes place in ancient China, and I definitely haven't played all of them, because that would be insane. But I played most of them, and I've been such a huge fan of the Dynasty Warriors franchise. I always think that the Musou genre, as it's called, is kind of underrated, especially among games media. But I've always loved it. It's always been very, very therapeutic for me. And that's what this is too. It just feels nice. You have one character, and it plays like a JRPG, actually. The story is a JRPG where there is one main character that you get to play, and he's just a kid, but he has all these different weapons that you can use. Obviously you can use other characters too, but the story is following one kid, and there's even an overworld map, man.
I did see that. It looked cool.
Yeah, and you move around just like Final Fantasy VII, and you go to like different towns, and when you go into the town, like there's an inn and there's a weapon shop that you can deal with, and then you go to the battle arena, and then that's when everything opens up and it becomes a traditional Dynasty Warrior games. But there are thousands and thousands of dudes on the screen. Like it is beautiful. I've never, and the great thing is that these dudes have physics now. Where when in previous Dynasty Warrior games, and like in the Hyrule Warrior games, for anyone who's a Switch only person, you beat the enemies, and then the enemies will just kind of fall over in like a canned animation. But now it feels very physical, and when you kill 100 guys, their bodies will actually kind of pile up a little bit.
Cool.
Like they'll disappear eventually, but during the combat, you just see literal piles of bodies just pile up. Cool. It's really, really satisfying. It really, really gives you a sense. It's kind of like in Astrobot when you're knocking down all those acorns. It kind of feels like that, but with people.
That's awesome.
With Chinese people. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're Chinese people killing millions of other Chinese people, and it's fun because the count. I got the achievement for killing 500 people in like 30 seconds.
Oh damn, yeah.
So that's how like really fast the battles go. Like even the intro battle is super cool because they really, really set the scale. This feels like the first real Dynasty Warriors game, and I didn't really play a lot of Dynasty Warriors 9. But this feels like the really and that was like the open world one that everyone hated, right? But this really feels like the game where they finally are able to modernize and really make you feel like you're in part of like a Braveheart or Lord of the Rings type battle. Because like the first battle, it's just like you're running down a hill, and there are like hundreds of guys like alongside you, and all of you are just rushing down the hill, and there's the other army rushing towards you again. And then you just hear all these men screaming, oh, and then you clash, and it's like that. It's just like fucking mayhem. So I've been annoyed that I haven't had much time to play it because I've been really trying to find time. Unfortunately, I have a shit ton of work to do tonight too. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe by tomorrow, I can finally start playing video games again. But also, I had that date last week. Remember?
Oh yeah, no,
and that went nice too. So
good.
I'm trying to go outside more, man.
Good. Yeah, that's important.
My New Year's resolution is to be way less online, because especially considering how shitty online is going to be for the next 4 years. It's like, no, man, let me go out and meet some people and, work out. I definitely want to start doing that again.
Yeah, be good.
Make new friends and just be a normal guy again,
Good. Cool.
But, yeah, Dynasty Warrior Origins. If you're a Dynasty Warriors fan, I would say already, this is a must play. You got to check this out.
Cool. It's good to hear. Yeah. I wish I liked the Muso games. I don't. Yeah. I get bored very quickly.
But I don't blame anyone for getting.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I liked Dynasty Warriors 2 on PS2. That game was sick as fuck, though. Mm-hmm. That was like back in the day, though. But I get annoyed, Gene.
That's when the concept was new. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say I get annoyed because there's so many IPs I love that are Muso games. Mm-hmm. There's like all these One Piece ones. There's Gundam ones. Mm-hmm. They did Zelda, and it's just like, man, I wish I liked these games. And I've played many of them. It just doesn't work for me, though.
Did you try the One Piece one? Because I also, that's how much I like Muso games, because I don't know shit about One Piece.
Yeah, I tried that.
But I bought the One Piece game because I was like, oh, maybe this will actually get me into One Piece. But then I played it for like 5 minutes. I was like, I don't understand One Piece. And I was like, maybe I should actually like try One Piece. Itself,
there was like, there was one on
Muso game.
There was one on Game Pass or something, and I just tried it out for a little bit, and I was like, oh, it's cool to see all this and all these characters, but I just get bored quickly. Yeah. But I know a lot of people love them.
Yeah, the only one I got into, like Persona 5 Strikers, people categorize as that because there's so many enemies. But it's very Persona 5 styled. Like they really do. It feels like Persona 5 in a parallel universe where they fight differently for some reason, right? Mm-hmm. So like that's the only one that I played, and I played the whole thing. I really enjoyed it. It's a fantastic game if you love Persona.
Wow, because you played the whole thing. It's hard. I still haven't beaten it.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I got hooked. Because the story, I wasn't expecting the story to be so good. It really was a perfect continuation of Persona 5, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is excellent. I was just expecting it to be cool gameplay, Persona 5 skinned, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't. It was a Persona 5 like the level of storytelling with this gameplay style. And it was excellent. And so I highly recommend that one. But to your point, Brad, like that's the only one I got really into. And it's because they hooked me with an IP that I'm super passionate about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not normally into those games, and it doesn't usually hook me the same way at all.
Yeah.
Dude, Age of Calamity is so cool because one of the ultimate unlocks is you get to unlock Calamity Ganon.
Yeah. That is cool.
And that's fun. And it's a unique version of Calamity Ganon that's like massive. He's like a titan. So he's like towering above the battlefield, and you just go Sauron on all the enemies.
Yeah, it is cool. They let you play as awesome characters in those games.
It's boring, but I enjoy what it does to my brain when I turn it off, and I'm just like,
I totally get that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, I totally get why it's boring too. Also, real quick, I'm also trying to play Romancing Saga.
Okay.
Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. A bunch of my followers have been begging me to play the Saga series, and fair enough. I should give it a shot. I've always been interested in Romancing Saga, which is since the 90s, but I just never got around to it because there's just so many games still, but even back then. But I played a little bit of it, and I was like, wow, this feels really, really modernized. Like the game itself, like the movement and the map. So I'm pretty intrigued. So yeah, I think my two games next I'll be focusing on are Dynasty Warrior Origins and Romancing Saga 2.
Nice.
At least until the February flood starts like coming in. And actually it's actually happening really soon.
Probably. Yeah.
Because review copies of like Avowed and Assassin's Creed Shadows are going to start coming out. And
yeah. Well, I don't know about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I got delayed to March.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, thank God. Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be nice.
Because Monster Hunter Wilds is, I am definitely going to be primed for a review for that one too.
Oh, hell yeah,
dude. Interesting because I love Monster Hunter. I think I might be tired. I think I might be tired of the Monster Hunter formula a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take years off or whatever.
Yeah, it's exhausting, man, because like Monster Hunter is so hard to learn,
Yeah, it's it's
very,
like learning
very
a
in
fighting
depth.
game.
Yeah, and like Virtual Fighter 5 is about to come back, so it's like I kind of want to use my brain tactics for that instead.
Yeah,
But
sure.
we'll see. I'm gonna review Monster Hunter Wilds regardless because it's Monster Hunter and I got to check it out. So
yeah, hell yeah. For me, I've still been playing Donkey Kong Returns HD. Very fun, still having a good time. Definitely worse than Tropical Freeze. I miss the other Kongs. I miss Dixie being there, and of course my boy Cranky Kong. Still really fun though. This game gets hard later on, real hard. It starts very nice and very chill, but some stuff gets really crazy. Just for instance, one level is like one of the worlds is like a factory world, and this level has switches. It'll start like blue, and if you go over, it'll turn to red. And there's platforms that are also these colors, so blue and red ones. And depending on what color you hit the light, the platform will become out, so you can actually jump on it. And boy, does that get crazy when they start throwing in death pits and everything, and juggling all this and lining them all up and trying to dodge enemies at the same time. Pure chaos. It's some of the levels you unlock with by collecting the Kongs in each world are real tough. No checkpoints, nothing like that. So I really appreciate that there's extra challenge if you want it. But most of the game you can probably get through pretty chill, except near the end it gets harder. These are definitely harder games than like Mario games, so keep that in mind. But it's really fun still. Hoping to finish it today. I've also been playing Dragon Quest still, kind of on the side. I'm about I'm a little over 20 hours in the game, I think now.
Yeah, see, I haven't even touched that yet. Or I am only like level 20 or something. Not that far, but still pretty early. But yeah, I just haven't even gone to that. But
yeah, I mean, there's a million things. I'm making like a priority to finish this game. I'm like, I'm gonna beat this game because I've never beaten it, and I've collected all the orbs. That's kind of something you do in the game. So if that's the point I'm at in the game now. It's really good. It is very simplistic. Of course, it's very much a Famicom game. When you like think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's very simple. The story is mostly you just go to a certain area and they have like a little tale going on there. It's not super in depth, but it's enough. The combat, very traditional Dragon Quest, fun. But this is not the game that's probably going to get modern audiences into Dragon Quest at all. This is definitely for boomers like me and people who like old RPGs as well. But it's very nice. Visually, it looks great. The music's really good.
Colin's a huge fan too, right?
So, yeah. He really liked it. Yeah, he's been playing it.
Yeah, and
that's the thing with me and Colin. It's like Colin might be closed-minded on a lot of games actually,
right?
But which puzzles me because he's so into like so many other genres and classic genres too. He loves that shit too. So.
But yeah, it's good. I definitely look forward to finishing it though, because it is like a pretty long game, but
it's long.
It's good.
It was an epic, yeah.
Yeah, this is not. If you're new to Dragon Quest, this would not be my recommendation to start with, unless you like old games, like older RPGs. Start with 11 or something like that.
Start with 11. Yeah,
yeah, much easier to start with.
Played on PC, PS4, PS5, Switch.
But it's awesome. Charming. I'm going to start doing the monster battling arena probably pretty soon. I kind of
wanted to play Dragon Quest 11 again, actually.
Me too. I have been as well.
Just because it's fun. And I
haven't played the S version. I've never played that one.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I played it when it came out, so wasn't there yet.
I'm thinking about like playing it on PlayStation because I already because to get those fucking trophies.
Sure. Yeah.
The trophy bug has gotten me. So
yeah. Absolutely. But I'll keep chugging along and hopefully I can beat it within like a week or so because February is coming and I would like to play KCD2 as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to be gay in Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Right. Hell yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a feature. You can do that.
That is a feature. That's why I joke that it's the woke game because all the anti-woke grifters are mad that it has gay people in it now.
I didn't watch the trailer or anything. I was just like, this game's so good. I just went on Amazon and bought the next one. Like I didn't watch.
There's no third person. There's no third person for that game, huh?
I don't think so. At least not the first one.
Yeah, not the first one. Yeah, but I haven't even.
Yeah, I don't know about the second. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah, not a big deal. I'm still curious to check it out. But man, there's so many fucking games.
Yeah, that's more.
That's why I'm laughing when you're like, oh, I should play Dragon Quest 11 again. You know, this 100-hour game. I should play that again.
Idea to play Dragon Quest 11 again. That is the most unproductive idea for sure.
It is, yes.
But you know what, Gene? I respect that you just want to play what you want to play, because I'm like, I focus on, I do play a lot of just like games. It's like, this game's 3 years old and I'm finally getting to it. In that regard, I play what I want to play. But I did stop myself from playing Story of Seasons because I was like, you need to play other things. You're on a show. You can't play this for 300 hours.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, the beauty of LSM is that we're not required to play anything. But unfortunately, I have another job, which I'm getting mad at right now about other things. So if you see my face get upset over something, is because I'm getting messages from work that are pissing me off. Yeah, I have another job, and I have to play Monster Hunter Wilds. I have to play Yakuza, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which I'm really looking forward to, of course.
Yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
Oh my god, I'm gonna actually, because I pre-ordered that. If I get this handheld situation figured out, whether it's a Steam Deck or the Maddie thing that he told me about, I get to play that when it actually comes out. Guys, do you understand? This is gonna open up a whole new world for me. All right, a whole new world. Yeah. Aladdin, we're on a rug flying through the air. I fucking hate that movie. I can't stand Aladdin.
Really? You don't like Aladdin?
You know, his pants. I hate them. Hate the pants. Otherwise, Jafar, real baddie. I had a crush on Jafar as a child.
Jafar, I knew you would.
Jafar was hot. Jafar was hot. Yeah.
My other Disney crush was Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, the villain? Yeah.
The old
bad guy?
Yeah, the old bad guy, yeah.
Well, I mean, the bad guys are hot, and the Disney villains are hot, you know?
They can be. They can be.
Hell, even Ursula for Little Mermaid, you know? Just give me some of that. Give me some of that thickness.
Yeah, BBW, that's what she's all about.
Yeah. I love women in general. It doesn't matter, you know?
Dude, Poor Unfortunate Souls. You tell me that Poor Unfortunate Souls isn't the best Disney song they ever fucking wrote. All right, you try and tell me that. It got me going. I was like, well, why am I so attracted to this huge old women? You know, I was like, what is going on in my body right now? You know? It's like Paula Deen Mermaid, and she's wonderful.
Ugh.
Paula Deen.
She's got white hair.
She is.
And I love Paula Deen.
Ursula, please don't say the N-word, please. There are no black people under the ocean. Why are you saying the N-word? You don't need to say
she
this.
She would.
Sebastian's there.
Oh,
that's true.
That's right. Sebastian, or the Jamaican guy. That's true.
She's just throwing the N-word at him constantly.
Oh boy,
man, holy moly! All right, well, that's it for what we're playing. That is a funny visual. I need that in Kingdom Hearts 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Holy moly! All right, guys. Let's see here. Super Mario World is getting a soundtrack vinyl release. With pre-orders now.
Sexy. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is from my Nintendo News. I'm going to read this from them. Nintendo fans are in for a treat as the wonderful soundtrack to the classic Super Mario game, Super Mario World, is getting a special vinyl release in Japan. The release is being sold by CD Japan and will cost buyers from the United States $67 if they wish to get their hands on it. It should be noted that this release not only includes the music from Super Mario World, but also from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. Pre-orders for Super Mario World vinyl soundtrack are available now, and the release date is the 30th of April. And let's see. The album contains a total of 179 tracks, including the original background music and sound effects, not only from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. This is really sick. I would actually consider buying this because I do like vinyls quite a bit.
I think I want this, man. I think I want that shit.
Yeah, this is right in my alley, dude.
The album cover looks like it's just gonna be the yellow world with all the dinosaurs.
Classy.
Oh, man. That's from the instruction manual, guys. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is right in my alley, and me and Gene are into this.
43-year-old heart happy. So
yeah,
I think
our boomer hearts.
Yeah, our boomer hearts for sure.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
I forget, Brad, that you're actually slightly younger than me. So
yeah, I'm 37.
Yeah, 37. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that's weird, Brad.
Why?
That's weird. I thought we were much closer in age. I was like,
No.
Brad's got to be like 33
I'm closer.
or something.
No, I'm closer to Colin in age than you.
Pretty much Colin's age. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a boomer, Micah.
And
I didn't put the clues together.
5, 6 years younger than
You're
me.
too old.
You'd be like, oh, I'm in middle school playing this, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, I would be in like 4th grade.
No. I'm not sure. Well, you were born, but you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at math.
You're
I'm
our
not good at
our Zoomer.
figuring this stuff out. No, I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial, not a Zoomer.
You don't even count. I
was born in 93. I had 7 years of the 90s.
You're a millennial. You're a millennial. You're still solidly millennial.
That's Zoomer like a fake millennial, dude. Come on.
I didn't have internet until I was in like, I don't know, 5th grade, 6th grade. All right, I lived an unplugged life.
Dude, I didn't have internet until I was like in 7th grade.
What year was that?
I was born
Brad?
in 87.
What year was that?
That was like
grade?
2001 or something. Or
okay, 2000. Right. So I didn't get internet until like 2004.
Well, you were like a 10-year-old. You don't even need it.
Dude,
what are you gonna
exactly.
Dude, I was in third world island Guam, and I had internet in 1995. What is wrong with you people? I've been online. Oh God,
we didn't have a computer really. We didn't have a computer to use it really at the time.
Oh, I went to the library. I went to the public library.
I mean, yeah, that that existed, but I'm not talking about like our house. We didn't have internet until then.
Well, you want to talk about public goonicide?
No, we don't. But let's go on.
That is where I first discovered internet porn at the public library on Guam.
At the library, dude. Sick.
Library. No, because some homeless guy taught me how to do it. He taught me how to find like porn on the internet.
This is a Yakuza. You realize this is straight out of like Yakuza.
Yeah, this
7,
is a Yakuza sub story for sure.
You realize that, all right? Like,
and he told me how to work the printer, and he was like, "Here you go."
You printed it out.
I printed out my porn.
Yeah, bet your ass he did.
And I was like, and I put it in my little trapper keeper.
Was it colored or black and white?
It was black and white, dude.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
And here's the thing. I do not endorse deepfakes. Obviously, I did not know anything about deepfakes back then. But like part of the reason, this is the reason why I went on the internet, because somebody told me that there were naked pictures of the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers.
Whoa.
Kimberly. Yeah. I don't know the actress name, but they told me that there were naked pictures of her. So I wanted to find that, and then I found it, and they were clearly like photoshopped or like manipulated photos, because she's never done a porn shoot or a nude shoot before. So I was falling for deep fakes in 1995.
Yeah.
But I printed that shit out, took that home, and just went to town, baby.
God. Did it have Gene, did it have like the papers where you had to rip off the sides, the tear things?
Yeah, exactly. Like it was all like dot matrix shit and everything too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I learned what eBay was too, and then so I was actually buying. I was actually like selling magic cards on eBay back then too.
Cool.
So nice. Did the homeless guy show you that as well?
No. The homeless guy was the spark that lit the fire.
Yeah.
That created my career today.
Yeah.
But he showed me like how to open it. He showed me how to use Netscape Navigator, and then I opened that shit up. And then he told me how to use a search engine, and back then there was Ask Jeeves or Yahoo.
Yes,
so I went on Yahoo because I was like, okay, well that sounds like more authoritative, I guess. I don't know. And I looked up, Pink Ranger celeb nude, and then found that. And
like, whoa!
I was like, no way! And it's like all like loading slowly on the screen, and I was like, whoa, dude! Oh shit! It's her nipple, And it's of course it's not her nipple. And then and then he was like, "You want to take it home?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I sure do, sir."
Yeah.
You can get the picture out of the computer, mister? And he's like, "Sure can, boyo."
Yeah. That's exactly how I saw it. I was like, "No way, this shit is like magic, man. What the hell?" I was playing awesome. I was playing Oregon Trail and Carmen Sandiego on these computers. What do you mean? I can have nude pictures of the fucking Pink Ranger. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that opened my eyes to it, and that's how I ended up becoming like the chat moderator of like Guam's only chat room. And that's why I've been a mod. So people out there who are always like yelling at me for like reading the comments, like I know that reading the comments is toxic and very, very bad for me, and I get defensive over like that. The problem is that like my habit has always been to read the comments because for almost as long as I've been online, I have been like a moderator for some kind of communities. So I'm always reading the comments. I'm always like reading like reactions to things and what people are thinking. So that's just like part of my habit. Obviously I try not to do too much of that shit, but I think it's hard. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah. Anyways,
we gotta find
sidetrack.
Last point I want to make. We gotta get an update on this homeless guy. We gotta find out what happened to him.
I wish. I don't know. I know what he looks like. He was like a big bald dude, like with like long blonde hair, but like it's just bald at top.
Oh, the skullet. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. The skullet. Yeah, complete skullet. And he had big.
I never heard it called that.
I've heard
really?
that before.
You never heard that?
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he had a skullet, bald at top, huge mullet in the back.
Yeah.
Really, really sweaty dude, but man, because he was looking at porn too.
Yeah, of course he was.
So he showed me all the tricks of the trade. So
shout out to anyone on Guam who may know this man. You got to write into us. If you're like, he's still out gooning at the library to this day, we got to find him.
Right? Steve.
Shout out to the what would you call it though? The my gooner origins right there.
Your gooner sensei.
My goon pie. Oh, goon pie.
Yeah, goon pie. Oh man, you're probably someone's goon pie nowadays, Gene. You've become the master.
I'm the goon pie now. So
definitely. All right, that's super funny. Oh, let's hear just really small, but Balatro has sold over 5 million copies. I have not played Balatro still, but I know a lot of people love this game, and I'm very happy to see that because this is like a one-man dev, I believe, for this game. Gene, do you know that?
I'm sorry, Balatro. Yeah, one man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. 5 million copies for Balatro. So congrats.
He's so rich, man. That's so awesome, dude. That's so awesome, dude.
And I just love too that like he did not want to be in the public eye. Like for the Game Awards, he's like, I'm not going.
Yeah, he's nah.
And I respect that. Like if I ever achieved some level of greatness and they were like, we're going to give you an award, I'd be like, that's cool. I'm going to be home. Please mail it.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. This is a PSA because I know some people will care about this based off recent Costco videos of people fighting. Pokemon cards return to the US McDonald's Happy Meals today. This is via Nintendo Life. So McDonald's is going to have a crossover event with Pokemon. They've done this before. Actually, these Happy Meal boxes look pretty cool, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Charizard one? That's sick. But you can get 4-card Pokemon TCG boosters. Wow. And sticker activity sheet with every Happy Meal. They actually give you real Pokemon cards? Are these just not like made up ones? Are these actual ones you can play with in like tournaments? I wonder. Don't write in about it.
I mean, it just says, they have a limited range. This is strange to me. I mean, back in my day, they gave you a paper. They gave you a shitty.
Dude, these look like real
Pokemon card.
These look like real cards, man. Shit.
I guess that's what they're doing. They're like, go play online. I mean, think about it this way. This is all profit because they get your kid hooked on this game.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
Bang, bang, boom. Now you're buying 50 packs of
They have
whatever.
like a Rayquaza Happy Meal box. I know if... Yeah.
Wow,
Rayquaza. I know if I went there, though. A black? Would you say black Pokemon?
Yeah, he's green. He like the black one?
His shiny version's black.
Yeah, and he looks like, because like legit, it's like, dude, this is like fucking Ray J the Pokemon right here. Like he just looks so ghetto. Like it's like, what the hell is this thing?
Yeah, Pokemon Company. What do you do? They made Jinx, so I don't know. Here's just some of the Pokemon you can get: Charizard, Pikachu, Maridon, Jigglypuff, Quagsire. Quagsire is awesome. I want Quagsire. Dragonite, Eevee, Rayquaza, Drampa. I thought that said Dampé for a second. I was like, what? That would have been cool. But I'm like tempted to try to get this, but I know they're already sold out probably because people go ape shit for anything Pokemon. Like you guys see those videos of people like fighting each other in Costco for Pokemon cards. It's been crazy. And it's all people like my age. It's not kids, of course. It's always like some fucking dad beating the shit out of another dad.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, I remember Dustin just saying, he's like, I just want one pack of cards. And you can't go to Target and just pick up a pack of cards because, you know, there's people fighting over them or they're already gone 10 minutes after the store's open. And like Target ended up putting like a security guard next to the card section to keep bad, people in line. But he's like, I'm not trying to sell these or anything. I just want to go in and buy one.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I just want a Blastoise card. That's all I want, guys. All right. Final piece of news right here. Ninja 5.0 gets a new port. This was a kind of like a rarer Game Boy Advance game, I believe, from Konami. I've actually never played this. Gene, have you played this?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Ninja 5.0. Did you ever play this? It was on Game Boy Advance.
About this. Yeah,
this was a Game Boy Advance game from Konami back in the day, but it's getting a port coming on modern platforms like Switch, PS5, PS4, and Steam. No, Xbox?
Wow. I've never heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about this either, Gene, but it looks, just for listeners, and it looks very much like Ninja Gaiden, I guess, their version of it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's as good, but very interested to see it's out there. It's $24.99 on eShop. There's also going to be a physical limited run if you're into that, but I believe it's already sold out, so good luck on that shit. But cool. Very cool to see an older retro game that's apparently more rare be easily available, because I don't know anything about this, but I might have to check this out. Gene, do you have any interest in checking this out?
Probably not. Especially with the new Ninja Gaiden Ragebound or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's the real deal. Yeah.
That's the real deal too. So I have zero nostalgia for this. I mean, you know, I might check it out someday, but you know, I think
anything that's like
this looks a little familiar, but yeah, again, this is just a game I completely ignored back then.
Yeah, just the idea like more retro Konami is always appealing to me, so it's on my list someday. All right, guys, let's close out the show with some write-ins from the audience. Remember, if you want to write into the show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Every Sunday, I post a thread calling for your submissions. You got to be $2 and up to post over there. So keep an eye out there. We do that for all of our shows, by the way. Okay, this is from Zach Wishnoff. Punchers, do you think Rare is the studio that got away from Nintendo? If Nintendo acquired Rare instead of Microsoft, how do you think the company's history would have been different? Would Rare currently be one of Nintendo's key studios? Thanks, Zach. This is an interesting write-in. Micah, as a Viva Pinata stan,
oh yeah,
do you think we would have got that if it was with Nintendo?
Perhaps, because the big thing to me is simply that, you know, Rare has spent how many years on Sea of Thieves and Sea of Thieves expansions, and I'm happy that it has its place and people really enjoy it. Like, I'm not dissing it by any means, but I think the major difference is that I don't think Rare would have made a game like that. I think they would have continued with your single player little adventure games versus this online multiplayer game, right? And I just think that's where they would have stayed. So, and I'm not saying whether that's good or bad, truthfully. I never played Sea of Thieves. It didn't appeal to me. But I think that's the difference, is like, if they were still with Nintendo, we may have gotten more of the Viva Pinata type games, you know, your single player kind of cozy little adventure games versus, you know, online fun for all type things. So that's been ongoing for years, right? Like, I think that's where we would have been instead.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about a lot of stuff, but I'll tell you this for sure. We would have gotten Banjo 3, a good Banjo game, actually. So that would have made me happy. But what do you think, Gene? Like, I don't know, Rare's output since being out at Microsoft hasn't been as looked upon favorably as, I guess, their older stuff. Like, Sea of Thieves, obviously a very big game. But outside of that...
Sea of Thieves would have been a good game for Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, I think it could have worked on there. I mean, the voice chat would be awful on it. But I don't know, Gene, what do you think? How do you think, hypothetically, how do you think Rare would be under Nintendo's wing instead of Xbox's?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they probably would have just been more productive too, you know. Hold on a second, I'm getting something for work. Sorry, I just think that Rare probably would have been more productive. They I don't know what. I mean, they're not doing anything, you know.
They were doing Everwild, and we haven't heard about that for a long time.
Yeah,
that's all I think we knew about them recently.
But I mean, it just feels like that when studios go to Microsoft, they just kind of, you know, like why did Hellblade 2 take 5 to 6 years to make? So it's a 5-hour game, you know.
Not even. Maybe
we were talking about it in Discord where they're like, "Oh, well, graphics doesn't take a lot of time," and I'm like, "Well, why did Hellblade 2 take so much time?"
Right,
you know?
right.
And they're like, "Well, you know, because a lot of people are wondering that." And I was like, "Yeah, it's because Ninja Theory sucks."
It's seriously too, though. It's because it's like, of course, it did win an award, so they're like, it won an award. And it's like, yeah, it's like the equivalent of the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. You know, it's a very prestigious award. You won the voice acting award. Congratulations! Someone else's work won you an award, not yours. Like, that's what you won for.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you know, awards don't mean shit, you know. Again, I'm a journalist. Think about how many Pulitzer Prize winning journalists were just laid off, you know.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean shit. You gotta put product out and make money. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I don't know. But, I would like to think.
I don't know. But yeah, this is a fun question because it is fun to think about an alternate reality where Rare actually just stay with Nintendo, and it's like they probably would have just made like smaller Donkey Kong games and Banjo games, and it'd just be cool. And
Perfect Dark.
But you know,
well, Perfect Dark's coming back. So
Everwild is just taking forever to cook.
Yeah,
and
maybe
Sea of Thieves would have never been made. You know, and we just have like 10 other Rare games that are just kind of fun. You know.
Yeah. Interesting.
But look at Monolith Soft. You know, they made 3 Xenoblade Chronicles games, DLC for 2 of them. Actually, all three of them. You know, even the definitive edition for Part 1. They're re-releasing X, and they helped out making the Zelda games. You know, that's pretty fucking productive in the last 7 years. You know, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say as well.
That's a lot actually. You know?
Yeah, it is a lot. Jeez. All right, this is from Samurai Costanza. Good day, Nintendo Fisting World Champions. After nearly 2 years, I have finally begun playing Tears of the Kingdom. I have owned this game since release, but after a short attempt to play on day 1, I just wasn't having any fun. I put the game down and thought I would never look back. Suddenly, I had a feeling deep down that it was time for me to once again venture through Hyrule. Now I can't stop playing or thinking about it. What an incredible game, but I really needed to be in the mood for it. This long tirade is just to ask, have you guys ever bounced off a game early on, then came back to it later and ended up loving it? Or maybe Brad and Gene, you were forced to play a game for work you weren't in the mood for, which soured your opinion on it, even though you may have enjoyed it if you were in the mood. Even though you may have enjoyed it if you were actually in the mood for it. Thanks for the excellent insight. And Gene, I'm glad to hear you continue to be free of cancer. That deserves a few booms, if I say so.
Five booms for my cancer.
5 booms. That's right, dude.
There you go. Thanks, man.
All right. So any game that you've played that you weren't in the mood for and you came back to later on and really enjoyed it.
Samurai Costanza. I was just thinking about the name Costanza too, because like I've been using the dating apps, and then I saw a girl named Costanza.
Whoa!
And I just can't. I you know, of course
it's them.
It's silly that I just keep immediately thinking about George Costanza. Like it doesn't matter.
I think everyone does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What else did you think of?
It's like the most famous. It's like the most famous Costanza ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But glad he's playing Tears of the Kingdom again. Yeah. Some
games
you just have to be in the mood for, you know.
Sure. Yeah. I guess there's anything that you could think of that you played and you weren't in the mood for, then you came back and enjoyed later.
Persona 5.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now officially one of my favorite games of all time, probably. You know, maybe not in the top 10, but easily in the top 20, I think. But definitely in like, I would say like the top 5 JRPG of all time. You know, that's huge, right? But boy, was I not in the mood for it back in 2007, 2018. Especially because... like I had just broken up with a girl who lived in Asia. So and then right when Persona 5 came out, I was like, I don't want to be in Asia right now, virtually or anything like that. And then have my fucking social links with fucking girls or whatever like that. Like I'm just not in the fucking mood for this right now. And then I would play it again, and I'm just like, I'm just not in the mood for a JRPG right now. It's really slow. There's so much talking. I have to do so much fucking reading. No, I'm not into this, right? And then, yeah, eventually it took fucking 7 years, all the way up until all the way up until a couple months ago, when I finally was in the mood for it to play it, and it turns out I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Everyone is correct about Persona 5, but it took me some time. What else? You guys go ahead. I mean,
I'm trying to think too. Micah, can you think of anything?
Yeah, so Witcher 2 is a great example. That was a combination of things of, at the time I played that, I played it after playing Witcher 3, right? That's what got me into the series, and I was like, oh, let's go back and play the other one. First and foremost, I didn't treat it like an older game. And I didn't respect that when it told you to do something, like, you better do it, because it's not, you can't just like go back and like, literally there's a mission early on. You gotta go kill this poisonous beast, and you need to use a certain potion so that you don't immediately die. And you cannot like do anything about it. If you don't use that potion, you die in like 2 hits. And I couldn't reload to an old save. Like, there was nothing I could do. This is like maybe 2 hours into the game, except restart. And on top of that, the game was also, it's much more difficult than The Witcher 3. So that was another layer to it of, man, I'm not good at this. I don't really get it. And then a couple years later, I gave it another try. And maybe it was because I was just a little more seasoned of a gamer. I don't know. But the second time around, it really clicked. I super enjoyed the combat, had way more fun with it. But that's like the first thing I think of, because, man, the first time I tried to play that, I was like, I'm not feeling this at all. Maybe I'm just into modern Witcher only. And it just took me another refresh, with fresh eyes to look at it and say, no, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not exactly the same, but I remember playing Xenoblade when it came out on Wii the first day and buying it, and I just quit because it was so ugly. It was the ugliest game I ever played. And I was like, I can't even play this. It's so ugly. Then I played it on Switch Switch later on. I was like, oh, this game's great now. So I guess that's the closest I could think about something like that. God damn, that Wii version was ugly. Those faces, man. Dear God.
How can you say that? Oh, he's not.
Well, they fixed them.
I have my Shulk amiibo, and like his face is like kind of fucked, but he's up there. I can't reach it from here. But I was gonna be like, how can you say that to him?
Yeah, all their faces do look like they're melting or something. It was so weird. In Xenoblade X, I remember they all looked hideous as well, but they kind of changed some of that. So I'm happy they're getting better.
Wait for the X release.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, dude, I got the release date wrong for X, by the way. I thought it was coming out much sooner. And in my head, I was like, okay, yeah, I have time to play something. Yeah, and I was like, I have time to play this before that comes out. And then I was like, I have a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time.
to play this before that comes out.
Yeah, it'll be the last Switch game, it seems like. Yeah, it's closing on the Switch almost,
No, we know.
I did the same with Lunar Remastered is also April.
I'm playing that instead.
I thought that was March, and I was like, dude, what is wrong with me that I kept thinking all these games were like February or March, and I'm like, I have so much time.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out more. There's rumored to be a direct in February, so we'll see. That's like focused on Switch 1 stuff. Of course, we'll get the Switch 2 one in April, but we'll see what the final year of Switch looks like, I guess.
Yeah, this is a really good question though, because there are man, I know that there are so many games. I'm looking at my Steam list right now, and I can't really find anything where it's like I kind of dropped out because I'm just not in the mood for it. But like, Death Stranding is a game that I think a lot of people would just not be in the mood for. Like,
100%.
I had to be in the mood for that, and I was totally in the mood for it.
Me too. Fucking love Death Stranding.
Yeah, love it, adore it. But yeah, I totally get why if you're just not in the mood for it, it just isn't. Because like even Donkey, when he reviewed it initially, he hated it, and then like a year later, he was like, "Wait, this game is awesome."
Yeah.
You just got to be in the mood for it.
Right headspace.
Horror games maybe sometimes because I remember Resident Evil 7, like it took me a long time to play that one because when I played, my mistake was I played it in VR.
I played in VR too. So awesome in VR.
It was too much. It was too scary.
It was very scary. Yeah,
it was very scary. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't like this at all. It's
very
awful.
scary in VR. Yeah.
And then so I actually only played it until like maybe 3 years ago, and I was like, wait, this is actually one of the best Resident Evil games ever. Totally.
Yeah.
Horror is a great mention because like I would try to play horror games for Halloween for my old channel, but it's like I wouldn't often actually want to play them. I would want to play them in like March, but like not on schedule, right? And so I'd be forcing myself to play these really scary games, and it's like later on I would rather go back to it just when I actually feel like it. Like Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black Water, I have for Switch, and I never finished it. That was one I played for like Halloween, and I've gotten the hankering recently to be like, I think I want to go back and probably restart that game and give it another try, because I got filtered. It was too scary. But I was also forcing myself to play it. So this time around, I think I want to play it for real.
Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, this is from OTT Apps. Punching Up Crew. Do we think Nintendo will launch with some exclusive games on the Switch too? Our OG Switch had a few titles like 1-2 Switch that leveraged the Joy-Cons, but the big ticket item Breath of the Wild was also available on Wii U. Nintendo is in a different situation now. Almost no one had a Wii U, so buying a Switch was probably an easier decision. It feels like almost everyone has a Switch, and I've already had people asking, why do I need this? Will Nintendo be brave enough to cut bait on the Switch humongous install base to drive people to Switch 2? Or do you foresee an extended period of cross-gen? Take care and keep up the great work. Okay, so for Zelda, this happened with both. GameCube, there was Twilight Princess on Wii and GameCube, and Breath of the Wild on Wii U and a Switch. The reason I believe they were on the old gen as well is because they promised that the game would be on those systems as well. So they weren't going to just say fuck you and make you buy a whole new system yet.
That's true.
It's like with
they did promise everyone who bought the Wii U, and I also bought the Wii U for that fucking game too, and Bayonetta too. But yeah,
yeah, it's like they did that with GameCube with Twilight Princess because they announced it took so long to come out.
And actually, I played Breath of the Wild first on the Wii U. I beat it there first.
Oh, really? Interesting. Huh.
I did not want to buy the Switch. I keep telling people I'm not that tapped into gaming when I'm not a gaming journalist. I'll buy the console when it's updated. I'm more like Micah, honestly. I'll just buy it when I feel like it. And so yeah, I didn't buy the Switch until way later. I was like, I bought this shit for Breath of the Wild, so I played it, enjoyed it in glorious 720p.
Yeah. Instead of 900p, yeah.
Instead of 900p on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, it still performed better and it still looked a lot clearer, and the screen was hell a lot better on the mobile screen too. Yeah,
but I think Nintendo will have exclusive content. I wouldn't be surprised if Mario Kart is exclusive to Switch too. That's how you get people. If the question is why do I need this? It's because you can't play Mario Kart 9 on that.
The new Mario Kart, yeah.
Nintendo's all about that.
And the thing is, the value that you have if you got Mario Kart 8 for Switch and you've had all the expansion passes all these years and all that stuff, it really is like, no, they are not obligated to give you the new one on the original Switch, just in my opinion. I mean, first of all, the game's infinitely playable regardless. There's truly like not a need to upgrade, but I feel like the smart move is the new Mario Kart is Switch 2 exclusive, because it just feels like that's the way to do it, Brad. Like, yeah, you're just gonna say, if you want to play it, get the new Switch, and if not, you have Mario Kart 8 with 50,000 characters and 1 million tracks.
Yeah, it'll be stupid. It'd be stupid to release Mario Kart 9 or whatever on the regular Switch when Mario Kart 8 is already like a robust, complete package.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I see no harm in keeping Mario Kart as a Switch 2 exclusive. It's going to be selling forever. Look, did you see the Japanese charts?
Yeah, it's going to sell forever.
It's still selling.
Yeah. And it's going to do the same thing. It's
11 years old. It's an 11-year-old game, and it's still charting. This is Nintendo's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Metroid will be on both. It'll be cross-gen because they did say it would be on Switch originally. So you'll see examples like that.
People are waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a perfect example.
What about that mythical Twilight Princess Wind Waker HD package, though?
I hope it's just Switch 2 at this point, so they can make it better.
Same here.
I don't expect that, but that's what I'm hoping, at least, Gene. If I can get that in like 1440p or something, 60 frames,
60
that'd be
frames,
awesome.
Beautiful. 60 frames Wind Waker?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I'll tell you, I'll settle for like 40 frames, 45.
Yeah, I would buy it anyway. It might
I'm just throwing out numbers.
If it ran at 30 frames exactly the same, I'd still buy it without hesitation.
Of course you would, Brad.
Yeah. I can't say
you
no.
bought a Larmo. You can't help yourself.
I know. I can't. I get influenced so quickly. I get influenced by myself too easily.
Literally, though, because you were like, you guys maybe buy it. And it's like, Brad, we were sitting here saying we're not buying it.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it, then I got hyped about it. I'm telling you, it's because Zelda's on it. That's the weakness for me.
I honestly think Sakurai is cooking something.
Yeah, 100%.
He's been really busy. If they somehow manage to get Smash within the launch within this year,
that'd be insane.
Then it's over. It's over.
That would be insane. Smash, yeah, already.
Yeah, Smash will be over, yeah, already at the beginning, because it's been so long, and Smash Ultimate's been asleep for a while,
Yeah.
And Sakurai does love to work until his fingers and eyes bleed. So
yeah, he's not doing YouTube right now. So
yeah, he quit YouTube. You see
cooking.
He's networking with literally every other like game developer out there. So like he's been busy. Yeah, he's been busy making the rounds, making connections. You see he was hanging out with Harada and Hidetaki Miyazaki.
I know, I did see that. Dude, get Solaire in the next Smash game or something, or some Elden Ring character.
Ooh, imagine if you have dude, I'm already forgetting the Elden Rings, the Raging Wolf armor guy, or Vike, right?
Yeah, Vike.
Dude, even getting Melania,
as a character,
there, Melania and Radon. Like, imagine Melania and Radon.
I'd soy face for that in a heartbeat.
I would do that all over again, but for real. Like, I'd be like, oh my god. But the Dark Souls. Yeah, a lot of people thought that maybe the Dark Souls guys would end up. I remember when the Fire came up with the Kingdom Hearts character. With Sora, and then the Fire showed up, and everyone's like, is that Dark Souls? And it's like, no, it's Sora. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's Sora, bitch.
But yeah, a lot of people expected Dark Souls for sure.
Oh, the pot boys? You want a pot boy?
Pot from Elden Ring.
Oh, you think you don't know about the pot boys, though, Micah? You don't want to know more about the pot boys.
It's on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
If I get this handheld thing going,
it's on Xbox.
I'll fucking try Elden Ring.
Okay. Well, wait till Switch. It might get announced for Switch too.
I have my doubts, Bradley. I do.
Why? They had Dark Souls on Switch.
You had a gut feeling about this, Brad?
They had Dark Souls on Switch. Yeah, Elden Ring.
Sometimes when I'm unsure about something, I actually hold on to my gut and I give it a little bit of a shake. And I'm like, what are you feeling?
Shaking
and it's
your gut.
Nauseous, but
like a magic 8-ball or something, your gut.
Oh, yeah. Gudetama.
Oh, yeah.
They'll tell us.
So cute. Yeah.
Will Elden Ring come to Switch 2?
Oh, totally.
Don't count on it.
Oh, no.
No, that's wrong. That's
bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. Oh, wait.
The rumors
Dark Souls 1 on the Switch, and the reason, the Dark Souls 1 on the Switch was the reason why my Switch count this year was so high, because like during the summer, I just got really, really sucked into playing Dark Souls 1 again, and I just played the hell out of the Switch version because it's my favorite version, actually.
Yeah, I've never played one. Like, I've never played a Dark Souls game, but Elden Ring just looked really cool. And I watched Colin play it, and I liked that guy that like screams for like 30 seconds straight when you fight him. I liked that guy a lot.
Oh, that's probably, what was the first? The first big,
is it
like
Margit?
Margit,
Margit. They call it.
Oh yeah,
Colin beat him. Yeah, we kept telling Colin like, dude, if you beat him, you're literally prepared for the rest of the game. Like you have all the tools and skills to beat the rest of the game completely.
I wanted to try it because I thought it looked pretty cool. But cool. That guy that screams was really funny. So I like that.
There's a lot of funny NPCs
there's
in there.
A lot of funny screaming guys.
Especially the DLC.
Yeah, Micah, you want to talk about, maybe I should play this game again too. Despite all,
don't bring up Elden Ring again.
I don't want to play Elden Ring again for some reason. I don't know.
Don't tempt me.
It has been like a good. Like, I haven't started a run since June.
Don't tempt me.
I can't play Elden Ring again. I refuse to. And this is like cigarettes. Like I can't touch that right now.
Gene gets a hankering for games the way I get a hankering for like chili. And I'm like, every couple months I want a bowl of chili, and Gene's like, every couple months I want to replay a 200-hour game.
I love a good bowl of chili. Can you make good chili?
Oh, I love chili. Yeah.
Can you make good chili?
Can you Oh, If an excuse to make chili, absolutely, because Colin likes chili, doesn't love it, so I only make it like once a year. But for you, Gene, for my friend Gene, I make chili and cornbread.
Nice.
Yeah, we can have rice with it, whatever you want.
Nice. Well, if I ever visit Michael, you have to make me chili dogs. That's what I want.
I've never had a chili dog, actually.
What?
Yeah.
You what?
Wow, yeah. Considering how many hot dogs you make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love hot dogs and chili. The Wendy's chili, you get a Wendy's baked potato and you put the chili on top. Oh my God.
I think I might order that tonight, actually. Good idea.
Dude, it's so good.
How have you not had a chili dog?
Yeah,
how is this possible?
Yeah, that's weird though.
Well, it was just never combined at my house. Like you have hot dog night, you have chili and cornbread night. They were never close by. You know,
Michael, you're an adult with a car. You can go get a chili dog somewhere.
Where do you buy that?
I don't know. Don't you have like a Sonic or something by you or get a hot dog? I mean, you go to fucking Cracker Barrel. They probably have some shit like that.
They don't have chili dogs at Cracker Barrel, Brad.
Google chili dog by you or something. I don't know. You can
Google chili dog 5 million results.
Yeah, chili dog.
There is a very famous chili place here in DC called Ben's Chili. I don't like their chili. I don't.
Damn,
like it.
That sucks.
It's a historical place. Martin Luther King Jr. literally ate there. Obama ate there. Bill Cosby, fuck him, but he ate there.
The chili. Yeah, he's all about that shit.
Dude, I was cleaning out my office today and I came across like my Bill Cosby vinyl records, but it's like, I can't. What am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah, what are we supposed to do?
But the thing is, they belong to my uncle, so like they're sentimental. But I'm like, no, he's dead. So
okay, well, give them to your parents.
They gave them to me.
Oh shit! They passed them off on you.
I'm keeping them. It's a piece of my uncle, right? But it is just funny to be like Bill Cosby comedy album that like no one ever wants to listen to again.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the worst thing about Bill Cosby was the hypocrisy, right?
Jesus.
Oh, Norm McDonald joke. Shout out to the subreddit who actually helped me find. I did not know this existed, but there is a huge video of Norm McDonald on YouTube that has 300,000 views, and it is a video I recorded with Norm.
Oh, cool.
And someone was like, "Oh yeah, I was just watching a random Norm video, and I just suddenly hear Gene's voice in there." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. That's me."
That's funny as fuck.
Really, really funny. So I thought that recording was lost. So I'm really, really happy to see that someone actually recorded it and put it out on YouTube, and it's making people very, very happy.
Nice. Oh. All right. This is from the Grubmeister. Hey, punchy people, I gotta know, which one of you will lick a Switch 2 cartridge first?
Not me.
First, my gut says it'll be Micah, considering her strangely fascinating taste buds. However, I could see Gene enjoying it as some kind of wild kink. Then again, I don't know if Brad would just let himself get shown up by the other hosts. He'd never live it down. So what say you? I would let them do it.
No, I'm upset.
I've never licked a Switch cartridge.
They voted on this in the Discord, and they voted that I would be most likely to lick it, but I never tasted the original cartridge. I never did it, okay?
Yeah, she's never even had a chili dog, guys.
That's true too. But I never licked the original cartridge. I'm not licking the new ones.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either. It's not a kink for me. Actually, gaming and sex is actually very, very separate, which is why, like, I'm dating like the girl that I hung out with. She doesn't play fucking video games at all. You know, she came to my place and she was like overwhelmed. She's like, oh wow, like all my fucking statues. And
you're a
like,
turbo nerd, yeah.
Yeah, and she saw all my fucking statues up there, like all of that shit, and she was like, oh, who are those characters? Like, is that from a show? And I'm like, no.
Well, this is Sephiroth, and he give her a whole backstory.
And then dude, I'm already forgetting the Shadow Erdtree, the bad guy name.
Mesmir.
Mesmir, yeah. I'm like, oh, this is Mesmir, you know.
He was locked in the Shadow Realm by his mom, and
by his mom, Queen America, you know. And here's Cloud on his motorcycle, and there's Sephiroth, the one-wing angel.
Complicated history, yeah.
She's a lesbian, and she's avenging her dad, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
What about this actually?
Yeah, she seriously walked in and she was like, is that from a show or something? And I was like, oh my God, man, I seriously need to date a gamer someday, because like I don't know how much longer I can take this, you know?
Yeah.
We got to find you one, Gene. We just have to find you one.
She's into sports.
A gamer girl. We need a gamer girl.
I mean, sports, you get one or the other. Sports is good.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so attractive to people who don't play video games, and why people who play video games don't find me attractive at all. It's fucked up, you know. I don't get it. I've never been with anyone who likes games. Like, and anyone who I've tried to get with people who likes games, and they're not into me.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's find you a gamer girl.
But then when I meet like an athlete or like someone who's like into like ballroom dancing or something, they're like, oh wow, Gene's so interesting and fascinating. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you see in me? I don't understand. Yeah. You know, it makes no sense. I like to play Yakuza, you know?
Yeah, Gene has a fucking Sonic necklace behind him, for God's sake.
I have a Sonic 14-karat gold necklace right there. She didn't even see that, you know?
Yeah. Jesus. A real catch, ladies. Come and get him. We'll find him. Ladies, send in your applications to Punching Up, and we'll have Gene figure it out.
The next live show, we set it up like a dating game.
Yes.
Like there's one segment for Gene, and we have to do it the way like you don't see them, right? So it's like contestant number 1, where would you take Gene on a romantic night out? And we have the ladies answer, and then Gene and the gamer woman go on a date. This is the only way we're going to find one.
Where are we going to find the gamer woman? From an audience full of autistic men?
Exactly.
Yes.
No, there's a couple women in here. I actually
all 3 of them.
I'm not going to name her because I don't know if she'd want to be named. I am pen pals now with one of our listeners. A very nice woman who lives in another state. And we're pen pals, and we send each other real letters, and it's fun and festive. She's married though, Gene, so she's already off the table. But
she's my type then. So
there's got to be at least 2 more. There's got to be at least 2 more women around here.
There's
we can find one.
Yeah, Gene, we'll just do a public PSA about it or something. You should post about it too. We'll figure it out. We'll get a whole dating show for Gene.
I don't know if I want to post about it. I think, you know, I mean, for some reason, me going out in real life and talking to people actually works pretty well. So.
Not gamers though.
Not gamers. None of them.
You're not going to find them out in real life.
I love Severance and the San Francisco 49ers and
that's another reason why
The Sims. I played The Sims a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, I played The Sims back in 2005.
I played it for like 3 hours straight.
Actually played in games is because I actually binged the shit out of Severance. Have you guys seen
I know you did. No, I haven't seen it yet. I do want to watch it.
It's a fucking crazy show, and I'm not sure if I've seen a show this good since Lost. Actually,
wow. Okay.
For anyone who hates Lost, like I do,
I'm not talking about the latter half. The first season of Lost, yeah. So we're only 1 season in the Severance, and like trust me, I'm a little skeptical. I'm like, okay, is the second season going to shit the bed or not? That's ongoing, but holy shit, the first season was amazing. Nice. Definitely one of the greatest TV shows I've ever seen. So go check it out. I thought it was about work and business and like getting a severance check, and it is not that about at all. I recommend going in completely blind and just understanding the premise on its own, because it's very cool. So, but yeah, cool. I binged the shit out of that one, and I just haven't been playing games because I've just been hanging out in the Severance subreddit and just like reading, catching up on 3 years of theories, basically, and that's been a lot of fun.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I watch Severance too. She doesn't even watch Severance, so
that's I like Friends, and
she likes basketball. That's I was like, I have nothing to talk to you about. You want to make out?
No. Gene, you got to bring up Brian Scalabrine. Just say that he's your favorite player of all time. Okay, and just roll with that.
Well, what is it?
The White Mamba.
Brian Scalabrine.
White Mamba.
Yeah, the White Mamba.
Okay.
Let me take the notes down. I'll try that. I'll try that.
Okay.
Brian
he's my favorite. Oh, Scalabrine. Yeah. Say that you liked him during the Celtics era.
Yeah, I can't wait for Gene to bring out a piece of paper when he's talking to this girl and to read this name off.
Yeah, oh my God, it's like George Costanza with the notes on his hand.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I really, really loved Brian Scambolari during the Celtics area. The
Celtics.
In the Celtics area.
Oh my God. That just reminds me of like, this is an all-timer tweet for me where it's like going on a date with a really smart woman and it's like, oh yeah, I love classical music. It's like looking at hand, Mozart, Bach, beef oven. Beef oven.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. This is from Azen. Hello, Upper Punchers. Shoryuken! First-time listener and first-time writer. My question is, Do you think it'll be unfair for the hardcore Nintendo fans to get remastered ports of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as launch titles for the Nintendo Switch 2? Unfair?
Yeah, why would that be bad?
I don't think that's unfair. If that's the only thing they have, then that's a problem.
That'd be unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that should be the only thing.
If it's the only way you can like upgrade the original Switch ports,
that'd be annoying. Yeah,
like a better performance or whatever. Then it's basically it's basically, I guess, the Last of Us remake type of deal or whatever. But then the Last of Us remake Part 1 actually did like completely reinvent. Like it was a new engine and everything like that too, right? So,
I believe so.
Yeah, if they're just reselling it, but it's in like actual 1440p or 4K and 60 frames, that wouldn't be the best, especially as a launch title. If you release it way later, maybe in the middle, then yeah, but it'll be nice if the game's got a boost on the Switch.
Yeah, you should boost the games. Right,
at least to improve the performance somehow, or like repatch them to improve the performance,
Yeah.
And I noticed that Nintendo has been re-releasing cartridges with updates in them. I saw that there's a Metroid Dread cartridge that you can just buy now. There's a version 4 that has all the updates and like the additions and
that's cool. All the patches and stuff.
All the patches and everything like that. That's dope.
That is cool.
If they do that for a Switch version that can upgrade to a Switch 2 that at least goes to 60 FPS or something like that, then that'd be dope. But yeah, I would be a little bit miffed. And trust me, I'm the guy who was always defending like, oh, it's fine to re-release games at full price, But for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at launch, that would feel a little scummy. I hope they don't do that.
Sure, I'll buy it. You guys know
I'll buy it. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Like, it's so scummy. Here's $120.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, they make you buy. Yeah, dude, they're all separate and they're both $60 or $70.
Oh, that'd be nice if it was a package. Right? If it was like $60 with both of them and remastered, then that would lessen the blow a little bit.
Yeah,
if it's like $30 each, then it's like, okay, well, not bad.
It won't be. You know in your heart it'll be $70 each, Gene. You know this.
Yeah,
$70 each for both of them. That's true.
Yeah, Switch 2 games, I'm guessing, are going to be $70, right?
Probably, yeah.
I think they'll still do Nintendo is still good about releasing games that are $40 here and there. Like in this $60 generation, they're still releasing games that are like $40 now and then. I think they'll still do their own Nintendo sliding scale. But yeah, my feeling is like the new Zelda game is going to be a $70 game. The new Mario 3D game, is going to be a $70 game for sure. I still think they'll probably do a sliding scale of like, hey, this game's $50. Like, I think they'll still do that.
A 50 for a remaster, maybe that might blunt the blow a little bit too.
I don't think so. I mean, the only one that had a good remaster that was cheap was Metroid. But like Donkey Kong games, they're all $60. Like HD Returns, they're $60.
Yeah,
those are full price games, dude.
That's true.
They're gonna make you pay the fuck up.
Yeah,
that's the thing, because they show us goodwill occasionally. Like, how much was Pikmin 1 and 2 remastered? Like,
that's a good question. I don't know.
They sent,
Luigi's Mansion 2 is $60.
That was, that was, I think, originally 50. I think.
Yeah, but the problem is that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. So like, it only as one example of like they do occasionally still give us. Here you go. It's $10 less than the new game. And it's like, okay, thank you, Papa Nintendo. Thank you. Like,
that's true. Yeah, Pikmin 1 and 2 is $50.
But these are Zelda games that are 100 hours each. So, it is the flagship series for Nintendo. So I would expect them to be at a premium, but yeah, boy, if they release both in $60 or $70 with two of them in a 2-in-1 package, that'd be pretty sweet. I'd buy the hell of that one for sure. So.
That'd be excellent. Maybe too, they do it like, okay, a Link's Awakening style game that only takes you 20 hours. Maybe that's the one that's $60, and your Breath of the Wild game is $70.
No,
Brad, there's a chance. There's a chance.
No, they're gonna Zelda. They're gonna charge a premium for because they can. They always will.
Yeah, because we'll buy it completely.
Yeah. Skyward Sword HD was $60. Like they're gonna get you. They're gonna fuck over people like me every time.
Yeah.
But that's the difference, right? I never played Skyward Sword, so for me, it's like, well, I never bought this, so I don't mind paying $60 for it, and that's how they keep getting away with it. There's enough people like me, like our write-in from the very beginning of the show, saying I never bought a Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone like that,
that's huge.
You know, or someone like me who missed out on a lot of like Wii and Wii U titles. They bring them over to the Switch and Switch 2, and I'm like, well, I never bought it. So for me, this $60 is the first $60 I've spent on Skyward Sword.
Well, get used to it. I've bought in Super Mario World like 7 times. It's just gonna fucking happen. It's gonna happen to you.
Do that, Brad, though. Like, I would not do that still, Brad. I bought Mario Kart 8 for Wii U, didn't buy it for Switch. I said, you already got me. Goodbye. Brad, you have to stop doing this.
Well, they won't let me. They just need to let you fucking carry over your games when you buy them.
Just play the old system, Brad.
I'm not getting out my stinky fucking Wii U, that piece of shit. I don't even want to look at that thing.
I actually just put mine away today. I took it off the console. Yeah. Like we have like the entertainment center. I put the Wii U in a drawer.
I'm surprised it was there. It's still there in the first place. God, I wonder what's a game that I bought the most. It might be Dark Souls or Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Mine's definitely Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm sure I bought that 3 times.
I've only bought that twice.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I only bought it twice because Rockstar actually sent me the review copy way back then.
Oh, nice.
When I was freelancing.
2013? Yeah.
Yeah, 2012, 2013. But and then I bought it on PS4 and the PS5. Yeah, I think it might be either my two favorite games of all time, Dark Souls 1 and Resident Evil 4. But because Resident Evil 4 has been on every single platform ever, even iPhone. I bought the iPhone version of Resident Evil 4.
Oh man, you know they're gonna put a remake on Switch too. That's gonna be nice. Resident Evil 4 remake.
That's gonna be beautiful.
They're gonna put all those Resident Evil games on there.
All the Resident Evil games. Well, remakes are already on there, but yeah, remake 2, 3, 7.
Not cloud versions.
5 and 6 are already on there too. So
not cloud versions though. Yeah.
Yeah, not
like
cloud
7
versions,
is.
Yes, 7 and 8. Ooh, that'd be nice. OLED. Well, actually, I play OLED on the Steam Deck too, so that's already kind of gone and done. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is probably the game I played the most because the fact that I even bought it on iPhone, which is delisted and completely gone, I can't even re-download it again.
That's funny.
Like that is probably the game that I bought the most because I bought an Xbox 360, I bought a GameCube, I bought a PS2, I bought it a PS3, I bought a PS4.
Yeah, I think I only bought it twice. I bought on GameCube and PS4, I think. I borrowed someone's PS2 version when they added the Ada stuff. So I didn't have to buy it again, at least.
Yeah, I just bought that shit every single time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's so good. All right. Final writing here from Derek Beek. Now that we have official news on the Switch 2, what do you think of the lack of analog triggers? While I wasn't necessarily expecting them to have it, it is disappointing nonetheless. Just about every controller from the last 25 years, with few exceptions, have had analog triggers, as it adds a lot, especially to racing games where it's vital. Considering that even the GameCube had analog triggers, it is a little perplexing why it was never continued.
Derek, I wish you didn't remind me. I wish you didn't remind me because that does suck. Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, that makes driving Grand Theft Auto tougher because you either go or you don't, as opposed to putting the gas on the pedal. Gosh, I wish it had analog triggers. Every other game, every other controller has it.
Maybe their Pro will have it. Maybe
that'd be crazy. I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah, because the Steam Deck also has analog controllers too, or analog triggers too. So, yeah, I wish you didn't remind me of that, but that does make racing games kind of annoying. I'm now a little bit disappointed in the Switch 2. Finally,
it's begun and it's not even out yet.
Yeah. But I do really I miss the analog buttons on the PS2, even though Kojima was the only person who used it.
Yeah, that's true.
For MGS2 and MGS3, but I miss the analog buttons itself, and I wish they kept that going too.
Yeah. What do you think, Micah?
I'm not sure I know. Okay, so what you guys are referring to is that instead of the trigger just being like on or off, like it's like actually like allowing you to have like a range of motion of like this is like slowly on and slowly off.
Yeah,
like driving.
Like pressure.
No, I don't care. Nah. I never
That's
thought about
fair.
this in my life.
That's fair.
Because actually, I don't like it. I dislike the feeling in some of these like modern, first person shooters. And it's like you have to actually press the trigger, and I'm
fair.
like, I don't like it.
For shooting, I don't care.
Like
yeah, for shooting, absolutely, I agree with you. And it's nice to just be able to just pull the trigger and then just shoot a gun, right?
Yeah. But for racing, I see where you're coming from. I play so few racing games.
Yeah, I do like a good racing game, and a lot of car game, like open world games with cars. For example, Saints Row or your Watch Dogs, or obviously Grand Theft Auto. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, I wonder if Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out for Switch 2.
Oh, what if they put Sleeping Dogs on Switch 2, man? What if they did?
I wish they'd done it already. It could run it now,
It could, but like I'm just like
Dogs.
I can keep my, hope alive. Of like, hey, maybe they'll finally do it.
That's another game I've been wanting to replay. Sleeping Dogs. So good.
That's a good one on the list, Gene.
Yeah.
When did that come out? Maybe there's like an anniversary we can hope for.
Yeah, that is a game that I think I could play fairly guilt-free because it's not that long, and I just haven't played it in so long, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
Story was okay, but like just the gameplay itself and the war and the city is awesome. It's like Ghost of Tsushima, but like the story's okay, but like the gameplay is just so good.
All right, that's gonna do it for this episode of Punching Up. Another one in the bag. Micah, Gene, thank you for joining me as always. Any final thoughts or words you guys want to say before we head on out, or should we just end it?
I wrote this down earlier because I thought of this. I'll watch the Mario movie if you guys watch a Serbian film. That's the requirement.
Well, I've already seen
Serbian film. I never seen
it. So.
Don't Google it, Brad.
Yeah, don't Google it. I've already seen it. So that
I'm doing it.
You're trying to watch the Mario movie.
NC-17.
Yeah, or Brad watch a Serbian film. Don't. It's horrible. It's horrifying.
It's one of the worst things you could ever
Don't
subject
even describe
yourself
it. Don't
to.
even describe
4.9
it.
out of 10.
Not. I think we'd get demonetized for describing any of the events.
Yeah.
I
just see this Reddit thread. A Serbian film ruined a girl's life. It's like, okay. Okay.
Literally, though, I was tricked into watching that movie. So
Tricked.
like literally, my ex was just like, "Oh no, this is like a really good like artsy film."
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
Your ex said that? It's really good you married Colin, actually.
The positive, though.
Fine. It's better to have to marry Colin and who doesn't watch movies versus a guy who tricks you into watching Serbian film because it's really super artsy. That's fucked.
And the positive, though, is I get to make jokes about it. Because when you bring that up offhand, it always gets a good chuckle.
I was a little shocked that you brought it up. I was like, oh my God.
No context. I've never heard of it.
I mentioned it one time on a show with Dagan because he'd never seen it. I was like, oh, I said, Gene, I was like, it's a fun family romp. And he was like, oh, I'll have to check it out.
Oh my God. Our network is filled with like culturally like so many cultural blind spots, man. The Serbian film is very, very famous for being absolutely degenerate and depraved, and
ignorance is bliss in this case. I suppose I'll take it. I know enough fucked up shit. I can miss a blind spot here and there. It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Miss
this one.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here. Thank you.
No, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get out of here. Thanks everybody for listening and watching. We'll see you next week. Take care. Goodbye.
Adios.
Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is a product of Last Stand Media and Colin's Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Bradley Ellis. My co-hosts are Gene Park and Micah Moriarty. The show is edited and produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Punching Up, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we're grateful for your kind contributions and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.